people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore?
Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Hey, brother Ack, come if you can hear me, come back on come back to the panel. It must have kicked you out. Come back. If you can hear me, come back, come back. Hold on, family. Hold on, fam. Hold on. Good afternoon, fam. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. This is the Underrated Boxing Talk. 96. Hope we have brother Ack on here, but I don't know. This saying put the interest kick him off. Oh. Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Oh, family, hold on. Oh, family, hold on. Oh, family, hold on. Oh, oh, family, hold on. Oh, family, hold on. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, man.
Yeah, I don't know either. This been going crazy all day, bro.
Cause I was here on time. I was backstage.
No, it's not true. It's not true. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you what's going. Before we continue, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. If this app, for next time, I'm gonna tell you to come on after the intro. Usually, when you come on the intro, it lets you stay on. This app don't, and I don't know why.
okay.
Stupid. I been pissed me off. I be telling them, I say, y'all need to fix that shit. Y'all could be costing me some dough for this shit. But anyway, we glad that we have you, bro. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was your day?
Um, uh, Bittersweet. But I'm here, man. I'm still here. I'm kicking. I'm moving and grooving with you.
You can always reach out to me and talk to me, bro. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me today, been a little here and there. You know, back is hurting me. People getting on my nerves. It's like I want to smack somebody. I really do. But we here.
Yes, sir.
We gonna make the best out of it. Let me get these announcements out the way. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. We got my brother Act, that's part of the Underrated One family. Harlem fam all day. New York, stand the fuck up. I say it. I said it. Stand the fuck up. Anybody don't fucking like it, come step to me. That's right. I'm that. I'm that plus more. Fuck that.
Yes, sir.
Tired of your motherfuckers be disrespecting. Y'all be hearing you be disrespecting New York. And all saying, nah, I'm gonna start smacking your motherfuckers. Y'all see, I'm gonna smacking your motherfuckers, man. You want me to smack an OG style. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna start doing that shit. Y'all be playing yourselves. But but that's another conversation. I gotta get that up because you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, y'all be jocking our style though. What you talking about, man? Run your mouth too much, man. Word. But anyway, this is the underrated boxing talk number 96, and again, we should thank this brother. He's a professional boxer. Plus, he hold down the family, and he took his busy time to come over here. He part of the family. He know he part of the family, but
Yeah, no
so
beef.
but you know he
I would have did it yesterday, bro. But my bros, we be doing the live around the
nah.
week. Yeah.
I
So this was
forgot.
actually perfect. I'm glad that you brought it back around. And yeah, the underrated been my boy for some years now. So
No. It would. You know what? In a way, it kind of worked out because do you heard you know do you heard Johnny Boy boxing?
yeah, I know. I haven't seen him in years though. He hasn't been. I haven't seen. I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah, but I did some with him last night.
Oh, okay.
It's on my channel. Yeah, so I thought about it. It worked. It kind of worked. It worked out today. So I said it's cool. But I want to before we talk about other fights because I want to talk about uh, Azuma. Mason, the young
Oh,
phenomenon.
Abdullah Mason.
Oh, I want to talk about him in a few fights. Now I
Hmm.
know you've seen the fight against Ennis
Oh
against
yeah. We could.
Stanley. What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
take on
Whatever
that?
order you want to talk about it in. If you want to talk about Boots last, Abdullah for however you want to do it, bro. So, uh,
No, I mean, but we can get Boosa in and out the way.
all right. But you say you want to talk about Abdullah first? What you?
No, we gonna say him last because I really will get into that.
Okay. Um. So, Boots, he had a spectacular performance. You know, stopped them like that fight is funny because that fight played out exactly how I knew it would play out.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brothers, we got a little competition going on. Uh, it's a fighters pool basically. So you get it's works on a point system. If you get a right decision, you
Mm-hmm.
double the points. So all my brothers, I guess they was giving Stayonis too much credit and not giving Boots enough credit because everybody else picked him to go to decision. I'm the only one out of my bros
Mm.
that picked Boots to get the knockout because I knew he would.
Boom.
Because I knew he would. I didn't get. I was a few rounds off. I thought he
Mm-hmm.
would hold on a little bit longer. He stopped him in the sixth round. I thought he would stay on this because stay on this is a good game opponent. Stay on this is to me was the second best welterweight in the division. Um, I think Boots systematically broke him down, and
Mm-hmm.
his dad was giving him proper instructions and stuff like that. But like all fighters ain't perfect. That's one thing
No.
that I love about the boxing game. Even Boots, as phenomenal as Boots look, he does get hit. But at the same time, that shows us that he has a beard in the chin too. So I don't want to I want to get your feedback on it. If you watch the fight too underrated.
My feedback, I watched the fight, and it was a matter of time. Yo, brother Bronx Biggs, what's good? Check your DM. Check your DM, bro. Check your DM. But glad you here. My thing is, it was a matter of time. I feel that he's going. I say he's going to stop him, 10 rounds. That's what I felt.
Yeah,
I felt it
I
was the.
picked round 9. I picked round
I picked 10. You know, and it was. I feel it was mad time because he was tailor made.
9. Hmm.
He was tailor made. When you know what I'm saying. You're a boxer.
Nah,
When you
nah, that's
have
a
a,
fact. No, you know
you know,
exactly what you talk. That's what I was trying to tell my bros when they was talking about. I got unanimous decision. I got a split decision. I got a majority decision. I was like, bro, just because Kuka-chan, this the guy that gave Boots trouble, that he fought. His name is Karen Kuka-chan. Just
Mhm.
because he did that, to be honest with you, if you want me to keep it a stack, as much as I like Stay Honest is one dimensional. If Kuka-chan if Kuka-chan was able to be at the stage where he has, Kuka-chan could be a world champion. Kuka-chan showed me two different style of fights. This is the dude, if you watch him, that people say gave Boots his toughest fight, which I think he did. Because in the first fight that him and Boots had, he moved around. He boxed on the outside. Then the last fight before this fight, he
Mhm.
stayed there with him and he boxed on angles.
Right.
He didn't stay right there. So to me, Kuka-chan, to me, all around is a better skill set wise, is a better fighter than Stay Honest. He just Kuka-chan just wasn't signed to a big name and he didn't get his big break. Because I could have seen him being a world champion just like I could see Stay Honest. Stay Honest got a style where he sit right there. Now it's a good aggressive style if you can't handle pressure fighters, but he wasn't going. I knew that wasn't going to match up with Boots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Salute. I see my bro Clarence McLean in there, man. I
Yeah,
see
yeah. Brother, I usually don't do this, but I know you can't get through. I put the link in the chat. Come on up, and after that, I'm going to erase it because I don't want no knuckleheads with it because I'm not feeling the day. Hey, you act stupid. Let it know right now. It ain't gonna be sweet. Now you know right now it ain't gonna be sweet.
well, especially when we do this boxing talk.
Right. It ain't
Yeah, they
sweet.
they because a lot of people, I don't know if you know, a lot of people, it's like a back and forth with the welterweights. I don't know if you know who Brian Norman is. Brian Norman Jr. Okay. So that's basically Boots' rival right there. That's the person that is supposed. They got history. It's not like they don't know each other. I don't know if you
Right.
know about what happened in the sparring session. I ain't gonna say it here. I don't want to.
I heard a little bit about it, but you can
Okay,
call
okay.
me and
It
you can
didn't
call me
last
and
long,
let me know.
so you
You
probably
know.
didn't hear much.
I heard a little
But
here and
anyway,
there. No,
you know
I'm
what?
gonna
I
tell you.
wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Right. I'll hear a little here and there, but you call me and you tell me about it. We
You
ain't
know.
gonna I ain't gonna tell you like that. But I say this for me that there is a, and I'm being nice today. I'm gonna be nice. When it comes, we're talking about the welterweight, and me and Clarence, we talk, other people talk about, and I'm glad you up here. I don't know. To me, I don't know which fight they watching. I'm being honest with you. I be like, they just stay honest. I understand that. That's why I like, and my brother tell you at times I be quiet. I just be listening, but I be watching. I don't
Mhm.
be letting everybody know, but I be watching. And when they say, "Oh, it's Uzi," he gonna go to Bruce Ennis, I said,
I know
when I see
somebody
one
that
with,
picked. I know somebody that picked him to win. How you like that? Pick Stay Honest to
I
win.
know quite a few people pick him to win. Your brother McLean, if you want to come up, there goes a link right there. Come on up. Yeah. Welcome, sister. Thanks for coming. Yeah. But I can say I know a few people. I said, yeah, because he tell. I said, let me. I had to tell this person. I said, look, Sidon's second. Beside Moose, I pick him as second. Walked away one thing. But when you have a style that comes straight forward, and you got fight Boost Ennis, he fight both stands. You know what I mean? How you can stop that? And I told people like this that but they talking to me like I don't know what I'm talking about. I said, look, you gotta understand when in boxing, if you fight right, in boxing, if you fight had two people tailor made straight, okay, that's different, okay. But you got Boost, he can knock you off the southpaw. Then he could knock you out orthodox, and then both of them he can give you defense, footwork. I mean, I'm coming straight forward. I'm using me as I'm coming straight forward. T-Boo says I'm not going to win because that means I gotta play in. Hold on for one second. Keep on talking, bro.
Yeah, just like bro was talking about, coming straight forward and not having other tools in the toolbox. It's real easy for somebody of a boots caliber, and for all of you out there that watch boxing, that's tailor made. To me personally, for them, not taking nothing away from Stayonis. Uh, uh, he fought My Scray May 4th. It's not really even fully a year yet. It was like 11 months and some change. Uh, Stayonis been out the ring, and then before that, he had like a 2 year layoff, which I don't know what goes on with the PBC with him fighting Butayev, and then eventually he got elevated. So Stayonis was definitely a good fighter. He was definitely proven. It was just one of those situations where we wasn't, at least I wasn't making a big deal about Boots fighting Stayonis, not as far as for the belts and stuff, and not saying that Stayonis didn't deserve it, but I just felt as though I knew that it would be an easy win, even though everybody was talking about Boots was weight drained. Everybody's talking about Boots is a weight bully. Um, and he didn't look. None of those things came true, or at least if he was, it was no signs of that in this fight because he fought perfectly and he delivered. I'm gonna say that again. He fought perfectly and he delivered, and I'm so proud of him and his father. You know, definitely a great win right there. Definitely a great win. What's good? That's my brother McLean there, or
Yo, what up? What up? What
was he fell out. Dang, man. They want, oh, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. What's good with you, bro?
Yeah, whenever no Doug Zone come through, that's how they treat me, man.
Shoot, I was gonna say they didn't want the New York City Alliance to get together real
It's
quick.
okay. It's okay. They can't stop what God got planned. I tell them that every day. What up, Beck? What's good?
What's good, bro? What's good, man? How you? You good?
Ain't shit, man. Ain't shit. Just getting myself together. About to step out with the missus and shit.
Okay, okay.
Tuesday,
Always on the
Tuesday
move.
stuff. You
Yeah,
know.
I hear you. I hear you. What you think about that Boost performance, man? I'm pretty sure
Beautiful,
you
man.
spoke about it.
Beautiful. I'm glad he had a performance like that because I'm tired of these lames on these panels and channels that act like they know what they talking about.
That's a
They've
fact.
been every chance they get, they criticize this man. I mean, a lot of fighters get criticized, but every chance they get, they constantly criticize this man. This man can't. There's nothing that he can do that will satisfy people. He can get a knockout, he can get a stoppage, or if he don't do any of that, we find reasons to complain. So now I remember after the fight, I went straight to Instagram and I'm like, okay, he did what he did. Now some of y'all still gonna find a reason to complain. So I'm just
Yeah,
waiting on
so
it. I
so he
haven't
went
heard
back.
it.
They took
I
him.
haven't heard anything yet, but I know a complaint is coming because this is what they do.
Yeah, the complaint came from the rival side. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
As far as B Norman, senior, it came on that side. But I expect him to talk like that because his son is a rival of Boots, and they in the same division. It's
yeah,
crazy because Clarence, just like I know, if they probably wasn't in the same division, he probably would love Boots. Like, yo, he helped me
yeah.
sign this. It'll be a whole different. It'll be a whole different talking. Yeah, and Bozy and Boots ain't really gonna say it. They haven't really been saying anything as much, unless
Nah,
people ask them about it. Unless people ask
yeah,
them about. If you notice, they say something only when people ask them about it.
yeah. It was a great fight. I was impressed. Because honestly, I wasn't really expecting that from Boots. Some people were like, "Yo, his style was tailor made."
Yeah,
I didn't pay attention to all that. I was just looking at it like, okay, this is going to be one hell of a fight, and this is going to be a great test for Boots. And
mhm,
even though there were shots that Boots got caught with, it didn't matter. It didn't compare to what he was doing to Stanionis. And he had his ways of breaking Stanionis down. And I'm watching this and I'm sitting there like, okay, but don't fight reckless, Boots. Don't get hit with something because even though you're winning, it's always that one punch that can change it.
yep.
And I didn't want him to get hit with that. But I knew when it got back to the fourth, fifth round, I was like, yeah, this is pretty much a wrap. So when he went back in the corner, that part kind of surprised me. But even though at the same time I was saying, "Oh, somebody gonna have to stop this because I can't see him coming out one more round and taking it." So his trainer knew that, and respects to him for doing that because a lot of these suck ass trainers they don't do that. They go in there and watch they fighter get their ass beat, and instead of you saying, "You know what, kid, you can live to fight another day," you know what I mean? You let him go in there and get half beat to death, and here it is. Stanley Onis is about to be a father, and also, shout outs to his coach for his trainer for stopping that, man. And hey, now we gonna see what's next for Boots, man. I don't know what's next for him at 47. I don't. I talked about this on Sunday. We just gonna sit back, let him enjoy his time with his family, because it doesn't matter who we say we want to see him in there with next. That's whoever steps up to the plate.
That's
These
true.
guys like to call people names out for fun. And when it's time to sign on the dotted line, everybody comes up with a fucking excuse. I either need more money. I either need more money or no, man. I was just bullshit, man. I ain't fighting Boots, man. You like it's always some shit. So I don't believe nothing. None of these dudes say. That's why I never make a live about it because I'll be like a lot of y'all are capping, man. When I know a fight is really happening, when it's put on social media and you hear it from the fighter's mouth, then I go and entertain it. But a lot of these fantasy shits, we be entertaining, and it's like it's a waste of time because then when they don't happen, now we're making up excuses of why it didn't happen
Yeah,
when
I
you
agree.
knew it wasn't going to happen in the first place. So why entertain it? But great performance by Boost. And I'm looking forward to him coming back. And hopefully, is later this year.
Um, in an ideal world, I don't want. I'm not asking you to entertain it. I'm just
Yeah.
curious if you could just give me an answer. Who you want to see the B Norman fight like me? I'm just asking that. I'm just asking that. You don't got to go into detail with it because I feel you. I feel you on exactly what you said. Like we saying stuff, and I know that he's probably gonna go over there and fight Jensen Saki.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I felt everything you were saying because
Yeah.
somebody behind the scenes told me that. Like that's happening.
Yeah. And we
So
can't be, and the first thing we do is we get upset. We get upset as media and as fans because we feel like everything that we saying on these videos, we hoping that they hearing it and the fight will come true. And then we hear some other shit, and the first thing we do, we get mad. Why are all the people he fighting him? How the hell did he pick him? You know what I'm saying? I see dudes crash out about it. And I'm like, man, well, don't crash out about it because just because you talking about something, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. We would like for that to happen. But if a man decides he's going to go this route because of money or whatever the case may be, or he just feel like he can't beat that man, but he's not going to come out and tell you that. Um, I'm pretty used to this shit, Act. We've been doing this for a while now. Me, you, and Underrated.
I'm
This is
with
not
you.
our first rodeo. This shit is new. This shit is new to these suckers that's just walking in that don't know no better. But we've been having these conversations for a good 3-4 years now. So none of this is new to us. But let's see what happens, because sometimes the one thing I love about boxing, Act, is that you gotta expect the unexpected.
You're right, because and pointing that out, because there was a situation like with the heavyweights where mandatories came up for Usyk with Joseph Parker, and a mandatory came up with Daniel Dubois. He had to defend against Derek Chisora. But guess what's
Yeah.
happening? Now they're able to avoid that, and they're about to get the part two fight almost finalized.
Yeah, I seen that.
So sources say. I don't want you to hold my feet to the fire for that, brother.
No, 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 no. You know what? I never
That's why
put
I
my
always say sources say. I never
I,
try to
you,
stand on
the,
it until
the thing
everything's
that pissed me
perfect.
off with these dudes, that I never put my all into them. So my thing is, whatever they decide to do,
Hmm.
and when I mean they, I mean even fighters.
Yeah.
Whatever they decide to do is what they decide to do, because I used to get mad at a lot of them. And then I go, if you understand the business part of why they make the decision that they do, then it's cool. What I don't like is when they go capping, acting like they want to smoke when they really don't. Now they got 100 reasons of why the fight is not happening. But if you understand the business part, or if you're trying to understand the business part, then you would understand why
Yeah.
certain things can't happen. And a lot of these fools that you see on these channels that go back and forth and argue, 90% of them don't have a clue of what the fuck they talking about, Act. If you just listen to them,
That's a
you
fact.
seen it.
That's a
They
fact.
don't have a clue. These are dudes who just sit home and probably watch boxing whenever it is that they can, and they think that that makes them fans. When people like us, we really do this.
Like the
We do
research,
this.
the homework, the film study. You know what I
They
mean?
don't do all that.
Yeah,
They don't do all that.
actually be in boxing circles and be in the gyms and whatever lens you look at it from, like you holding yourself down with the amateurs, which I love, taking
Yes.
carving out
Yes.
time. You know what I mean?
Um, Let me tell you something. The best part of life, and this is the reason why I don't get deep into professional boxing, because I always tell people, I said, "Mom, why y'all sitting here arguing over these fucking pros, man? I'm sitting here. I'm with the next Shakur. I'm with the next Tank. I'm with the next Benavides, Crawford, Spence, whoever you're a fan of. I'm watching them, and I'm not just going to the fights watching them. I'm actually walking in the gym watching them. Kids that's been training 3 months, 6 months, a year. I'm watching them. So when it comes to arguing about boxing, I'm like, I'm not about to argue about these dudes that's established already, that don't really give a damn about me, you, or Underrated's opinion.
Fact. That's a fact.
When they should, because we pay for the pay-per-views. We go to these press conferences. We do a lot of that. But that does not going to make them give a damn about our opinion. They're going to still be like, all right, yeah, well, the fans say this, the fans say that, the fans don't know shit. This is who I'm fighting. I don't care what they think. That's the kind of shit that we live in. And that's when we have to say to ourselves, okay, well, if you feel like that, then I'm not going to support your next two fights.
Yeah.
Word up.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly. I'm sorry, y'all had to take that very important phone call. I had to take it, but I'm
It's all
straight now.
good. We was holding you down. Underrated, you
I'm
know we
glad.
got
I'm
you,
glad. See,
brother.
I'm glad somebody hold OG on the rated down.
Yeah, man. Listen,
I'm
you got to remember, we not new to this. We true to this.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you hit Brother McClain, because
Yes,
when
sir.
me and Brother Ack was talking, we were talking about the business of boxing, the breakdown and stuff. And I gotta say this because I'm glad that you here and Brother Ack here. Y'all the only few brothers. I ain't gonna say push me, but encourage me more to talk about boxing. Each of you in your own way tell me, yo, you know boxing, man. You talk that, you ain't like them, break it down and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. I really do appreciate your brothers and stuff. I'm not no one. Let me say that I ain't no one trick pony. I know a little here, I know a little there. I
Yeah.
don't know. I know about family. I know politics. But I know a little something about boxing. Listen, it's proven. Underrated boxing talk 95, 96, and still work. It's still going on and counting. So I know my. I just don't talk what they talk about, but I know my little stuff, and y'all gonna hear some more stuff when I be breaking down the old school boxing too. Y'all gonna watch out. Y'all gonna say, oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. I'm just.
Well, the thing is this. This is what I learned, right? Everybody has their own way of breaking boxing down. Some people can break it down better than others. Some people could tell you about scorecards. Somebody could just tell you how a fighter moves in the ring. Some people are good at that. The thing is this. This is not a competition. You move at your own pace. However you explain boxing, the way you explained it is that's you. And people will understand if you're making what you're saying make sense. I can respect somebody who's doing that versus somebody who thinks they know what they talk about. Now you're trying to figure out what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's not making any sense. You see how when I talk, I try to explain it the best way I know how, and I let you know. I let the world know. I don't break it down like everybody else because I'm just not in that department. But I try to add my 2 cents to whatever I can add my 2 cents to, and I fall back from that. I would never act like I know it all. I know enough to hold the conversation with you, and whatever I don't know, I'll go look it up. You know what I'm saying? And I go do my homework. We always can learn something, no matter how much you think you know. There's something new to learn about this sport every day. It's the people who think they know it all that don't want to go Google or go search for anything, that's trying to convince you they know everything. And these the same dudes that get on panels and they losing fucking debates. This is the shit that we dealing with. Yo, act. This is the shit that we dealing with, bro.
Yeah, and you know
Yo,
what though, and
yo,
I'm glad, and I'm.
McClay be killing me, bro. I love
Yo,
McClay.
bro, act. Let me
McClay
tell you
always
something,
make
act.
me think
Act. You
about
can win, act. You can win the debate with somebody, act, right? Instead of them just saying, damn, fair and square, you won, bro. Now it's gotta be you don't know shit about boxing. Yo, act, that's a lie. That wasn't said. You know what I'm saying? These are the and we should be mad at ourselves because we give these assholes a platform to speak when we shouldn't even be doing it. We trying to be nice because they're lying to us, telling us, yeah, send me the link, bring me up. I'm a boxing fan. And then they get up here and they don't know shit, but they're trying to convince you that they do. And it's like, what are we doing? We got to stop giving these assholes a platform because they don't deserve it. They don't know shit. They only fans
not
of
only that,
fighters who look like them. That's what
man.
they
Not
are.
only
They're
that,
fans of fighters who look like them.
not only that. You see, brothers like me and you know what I mean, and even underrated, but he's in another lane. But brothers like
Yeah.
me and you, we do this like weekly and stuff like that. Like hard work, grinding, you know what I mean, to the best of our ability. A lot of
Yeah.
these dudes that you click the link to, they you know what I mean, they just jumping up there one time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just to debate and just to make a point that's minute, that doesn't carry any weight. So
No.
to me, that doesn't equate to what somebody like me, you, or underrated brings to the table. Like we
Yeah.
constantly giving y'all stuff. You know, people be at work, tuning in, listening. People be getting up in the morning, listening to you and me on Saturday. You know what I mean? So it's a whole
Yeah.
different, it's a whole different discussion when you talking about us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Opposing.
I just think it's comical. I think it's
Yeah.
comical.
Mhm.
But I try to stay in my own lane. Act. That's always been me. I always stay in my own lane. That's why when you see me on my channel and I have my morning chop ups, it's always outside of boxing. I try to inspire people to be like, listen, there's more than life besides this boxing. Y'all be out here ready to kill each other over boxing. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this shit just is comical. But you know what? It is what it is. And as the days go on and the hours go by and the weeks go by, you're gonna get new people and more people joining these channels that don't know what the fuck they talking about. And then you're gonna have some people who actually do know what they talk about that you can learn something from. So it is what it is at the end of the day.
But you know what's so funny, right? And I'm using Brother Act as an example. And after I'm gonna use your brother was like, right?
Yeah.
Brother Act is a professional fighter, right? Knows boxing in and out. Right? And I seen it happen. Brother Ack, what is you talking about? Hold up here. I'm old. I mean, some wriggling in my ear now. What is you saying? Some wriggling in my ear. Where is you talking about? You trying to say that brother I don't know what he's talking about? Where is it? I mean, let me palm my hands a little bit. Let me, because after you say I'm gonna smack the shit out you. But he's a professional fighter. That means he knows the ins and outs and everything. So he don't know what he's talking about. But brother McLean, right? But brother McLean, he have his no duck zone and he have his own groups. He goes around and promote mostly amateur boxing. But he don't know what he's talking about. Oh yeah. Oh, he don't know Johnny Boy boxing. Oh he don't know coach. What are you talking about? They know but they don't carry no weight. But I want to know why we don't have to wait.
My answer to that though, Underrated, is that for half of these content creators, I've been in the ring more than they have. So so when you start talking that shit to me, like I can't.
Yeah, I done seen it. I see the
Like, I'm not perfect now. I got a lot of like I don't get in the ring no more because my ass is way out of shape. But I can still get in there and do what I need to do if you put my back against the wall. A lot of these dudes, shit, the closest they got to a gym was walking by it. If they did that.
I mean,
but people like us, but it's not even about that. It's not about if you've been in the gym or not. But I feel what you're saying though, Underrated. But these are the kind of people that it's fucked up that these are the kind of people that boxing attracts. You know what I'm saying? It attracts these kind of people that they just they run their mouths, man. They run their mouths like a bunch of girls, and like I said, man, it is what it is.
I mean, I could be disrespectful right now. Yeah, I will be disrespectful. I think that the closest they got close to a boxing gym, and they go in the bathroom and and get on their knees and begging me, please, and come outside and be
Hey, yo,
happy.
Act, man, this dude Underrated is stupid, man. Underrated stupid, Act.
I think they look at the ring. They said, "Well, that's the closest the ring that I get is in the bathroom," because y'all don't know a goddamn.
Yo, Act, what's wrong with him, man? Underrated crazy, man.
That's what I think. And I ain't talking about the young ones. I'm talking about these old ones. I think
Oh, man.
y'all like to talk about that meat Mike a lot. I really believe that y'all overly emotional.
Oh, shit.
I really think that Oreo cream is out limits. I really believe that.
Oh, man, Underrated, you a wild
I
boy,
really
man.
believe that because y'all
You a
acting
wild
like
dude.
that. Y'all really acting like, oh no, they ain't right. How do you know they ain't right? Huh? Do you do your own? Do you check it out for yourself? I mean, I want to know. It's like Brother McLean told me, he said, you need to check it out on the radio. It's like Brother Act. You check it out. Make sure what we talking about is right. That's where it's supposed to be. But y'all don't want to. Y'all have to be in bathrooms and oh, I'm right.
Underrated, you a wild
That's
boy,
y'all.
man.
That is y'all. Yes it is. Yes it is. And I'm gonna tell you. And then mostly it be especially these brothers being within my age group. I can tell you that right now. Yes it is. Yes it is, y'all. Yes y'all do. Y'all don't learn. Yeah, that's why they don't respect y'all because y'all like that. Yeah. Hype tastes good, does it? Right? I really thought that M&M's is from the store, but y'all get your M&M's on your knees. That's right. Y'all the one messed it up. Y'all, yes.
Act, man, he crazy, man. Underrated
I
crazy,
want
right?
that smoke. No, I want that. Y'all listen. My channel is the Underrated Dog. Yours truly, the number one grinder. I want that smoke. I ain't nowhere to hide. Y'all the one is polluting this boxing talk. Because y'all don't know what you're talking about. Y'all be in the channels almost 13, 14 hours. Ain't washed the goddamn ass. And these fighters don't give a fuck about you. But y'all.
Yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day, man. Miss
Yeah.
Phil, what's up, Queen?
Good guy, Miss Fields. Thanks for coming.
Um, and it's not, it's not, no matter what we say or how much we talk about this, and this is why I always say on my channel, hey, do what works, do what works for you, right? But sometimes we have a right to criticize these fighters on what they do because they always saying what they're gonna do and a lot of shit they don't get done. All right. But I got to a point where I got so used to that, I don't depend on them to do shit no more. Because it's like if you over upset yourself with it and then you try to explain to somebody else on the panel why you upset about it, then it becomes it doesn't become a debate. Because when you say a debate, you're really saying let's argue. Because the argument is going to happen because if you're trying to prove your point to the other person and you bringing out receipts, somehow the other person is going to try to discredit what it is that you're talking about and what you're bringing up. And you're like, damn, but I'm only telling you what I got receipts on, and you still arguing with me about this. So it's like it's a lose-lose situation sometimes. But yeah, no matter how much we put our all into these guys, man. Just like before Boots had the fight with Stanion, that other fight that he had before, we all had something to say about that. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. Now that he go out and he do what he did with the Stanion, it's now, oh my God, he's the greatest in the world. So what happens if he takes a fight 6 months from now where he don't do so well? What do you say then? Stanionis wasn't that good, and we can't discredit Stanionis because that's the number 2 guy. I don't see nobody else at 47 coming behind and doing that.
Nope.
I don't see it. Know what I'm saying? Show me where the person at. You know what I mean? So that's just the boxing world that we live in. But I separate myself from a lot of that nonsense because a lot of that shit is just it's pure nonsense, you know what I mean? That's why when I see people like my brother Act, I see you Underrated. I got channels that I like to go to and listen to where people can give me that feel good about the sport. Not just you breaking down the fight, but I like getting that feel good where I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't none of that, all that crazy shit that you be seeing going on. Because in all reality, ain't nobody got time for none of that nonsense.
Yeah.
I agree.
That,
I try to be serious with it at the same time, but I try to bring a comedy element in it too. You know what I mean? Because it's not that serious, bro.
It's not Act. I swear to God, it ain't. I swear to God, it ain't Act.
You see how I do my thing of Clarence.
Yeah,
You see how
I
I
swear to
throw a
God,
lot
it
of
ain't.
New York references in there. I'll throw the paid in full clip on there. You heard? I'll throw on T-Rex, my Harlem brother. You see how I know
Yeah,
you like that one. I know you like that one. He got away with it, but he ain't get away with it.
Oh, yo, first of all, every time I see that shit, I laugh at it because it's the way T-Rex said it though, and then I had to catch on when he said it again. I was like, "What the fuck does Rex mean by that?" Then I caught on again. I said, "Oh, I got what he mean now." But I laugh at it when I see you had that clip. I was like, "Yo, Act is wrong." I said, "Act wrong for that. Why he put that up there?"
act, man. You be having me cry. Be like, yo. I be like, yo. Where
But
you
this
at,
is
man?
what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be laughter in the community. Laughter. Everything ain't about what what I'm saying. Yo, you dumbass, and like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Disrespectful to each other, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people can't get my link. That's why people know better to come over. Because me, one rule that I have on my channel is that we don't time people out. I'm blocking your ass. You out of here. Because they come in with the craziest things. They say the craziest things. And sometimes I try to let people live. And then if I ignore it, they got to get my attention. So let me say something else to him that's going to get his attention. And then I go, all right, got you. You out of here. because I'm not here to entertain stupidity. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm strict, you know, with things, but I also want a channel where people could come and have fun. Have fun. I want you to be able to laugh. You might cry sometime because it depends on what the topic is. I might make you cry because you're gonna think about some shit that I said and be like, damn, McLean said some real shit. And that's what it's all about. And then we can get to the boxing respectfully after that. But it's never gonna be a time when you come to my channel and everybody's insulting each other. I'm not doing that. Because this is a brotherhood. I want us to be able to come back up here so we can talk again. At any time that if I don't want you back on my channel again, you did something foul and messed up where I could just never have you back. If we don't want it to be like that. So a lot of these dudes who they got kids, they got grandkids, y'all up here crashing out like a bunch of ninth graders. That shit is disgusting to me. It's disgusting.
It is, and I want to be more petty too. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna be petty today. I'm gonna be disrespectful. See you with Brother McLean. See, brother. See, all of us up here, we talk boxing, right? But we respect each other as brothers. Also, we have women that respect us and everything. Oh, Miss Fierce, no, you know what? I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say this though. Oscar Mayer Wiener is in the store. Okay, understand that. I'm saying I'm being respectful, Miss Fields, because I know you married. You know, I respect women, so I'm just Oscar Mayer Wiener is in the store. Get off that, right? Be us as men, conduct as men, right? Okay. Yeah, the underrated true life stories will part 8 will come very soon, so be expected that. But yeah, but I think what these brothers is talking about right now that y'all can learn. I don't care me, but y'all can learn from these brothers because this is real boxing. See, right over here, this is real boxing talk right here, real boxing conversation right here. That's what it's all about. Like Brother McLean said, Brother Bronx Big said, ain't all about competing, ain't all about that. But what see, the thing about what's missing in boxing, and I don't want your brothers to speak on this, it's the truth of boxing. Y'all don't want to talk about the truth of boxing. I'm saying y'all want to go to the store and be on these Oscar Mayer Wiener fighters that they don't even think about you. They don't think nothing about you. You like a store. They see you and they don't want to have nothing to deal with you. But you keep on going back to the doggone store. You like a fighter, fine. You can break it down, fine. But you had this lust over them that you figured they had this certain power that they supposed to do something for you, and you never seen them in their life, and you never be in these boxing talks. You know, the only time you be in these boxing talks when you have other people that talks like y'all, that talk this certain adolescent language. That I ain't gonna say I don't get, but I shake my head over it. Certain points that you hear time after time again, and I'm just saying that. I mean, when it's going to be? That's what I'm saying. I'm really gonna be disrespectful, but I respect Miss Fields, so I'm not gonna do that to y'all. But I will do that to y'all the next time. I will. I'll probably do the underrated boxing talk number 97. I'm gonna be really well. If Miss Fields did, I'm one way. I'll be disrespectful. I'm gonna go back to being disrespectful.
Yeah, we got respect for our sister, Miss Fields, and all the other sisters that come through and support us.
So come by. So I'm gonna show.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be the big brother. I'm gonna show respect. But I'm just saying the way how y'all come about it. That it's not good. It's not good. And you wonder why that a real boxing fan don't respect you. That's why there's casual fans and there's a real boxing fan. There is a big difference. But see, y'all fail to understand that because you're so into yourselves and everything. I can't say that. Well, you're so into yourselves, y'all forget what's going around you. I'm just being PG because I know this
Yeah,
feels. Just,
yeah.
yeah, I'm just all I'm saying.
I mean, at the end of the day, like I always say, I enjoy boxing different from everybody because I don't look at it like that's my main goal. I enjoy life, period, as a man, but most importantly, as a black man. Um, because we have enough things out here to worry about in the world as it is, and we don't need to be out here. If you look at a lot of these other content creators, even outside of boxing, crashing out against each other, making videos about each other, talking about each other, and I
Yeah.
go, that's the problem. That's the problem with us right there. We can never seem to get our shit together, but then we want to complain about how other races treat us. I talk about this a million times, and nobody seems to understand that because it's okay for us to diss each other and talk crazy about each other. But when somebody from another race do it, now we ready to all raise all hell. It don't work like that. It starts with us. You don't
Yeah.
have to. You don't have to act ignorant. You don't have to act ignorant on YouTube to get people's attention. You don't have to do
Mhm.
that. All you got to
Yeah.
do is be you. You understand me? All you got to do is be you because all that faking it till you make it, them days is over. It's over for that because somebody gonna pull your card eventually anyway and go, yo, that's not him. So I don't even know why he doing all that extra shit. You know what I mean? All you got to do is be you, and a lot of these suckers have a hard time in that department being them. I got to be extra because I'm telling you, off camera, I'm telling you, they not on that type of timing. They're not on that type of timing. You can't. Hey, yo, Act. Check this out, Act. Right?
Yeah, I hear
Ain't no dude walking around hardcore 24/7.
you. Hmm.
You ain't walking around hardcore 24/7, bro. What is that gonna get you? In real life, that's gonna get your ass whipped.
Ag, you mad at bacon, nigga? You mad
Mad
you
at
at
bacon?
bacon?
Like,
That's
come
it.
on, dog.
I'm not messing with you today.
Like, I scrambled the eggs and cooked the bacon the way you asked me to. The fuck you mad at?
Yo, word,
See,
word.
I was gonna follow that up, but I can't even say that.
Like, what you mad at, bruh?
Maybe,
It's a damn shame some of y'all got posters of fighters up on your wall and kiss them damn posters goodnight before you do your wives. Kind of shit is
yo,
that?
yo,
Derek is stupid.
Yo,
yo.
I'm just saying,
He
I'm just
said,
saying, I start to question some of these dudes and their behavior because you ain't willing to crash out with your wife or your girlfriend, but you're willing to crash out with another damn man and get mad at him about what? Over boxing? While me and you arguing, these dudes are either in the gym training or they enjoying their families. They going on vacation. We sitting here crashing out over them. The same person that might not even take the time to give you a fucking interview.
it's a fact.
There's a song by the late great Lou Ingram. Loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. That's them, yo.
Oh, I'm just saying, if we take the time, if we just take the time to manage our behavior and what we do, we'll be all right. Because for a lot of these cats, in real life, this is not them. But they're trying to convince you that this is them. You ain't hard 24/7. You're not even about to convince me that you are. You not, bruh. You can't be. You just can't. So you telling me when you walk into you see your grandmother after watching boxing, yeah, what up, granny, with your old ass. Like, you ain't hard all day, bruh. Who's doing that? Like, I don't get it.
I mean,
Don't
even
make any
Jello.
sense.
Yeah, even Jello harder than them, yo. Jello.
Like, these dudes be tough and rough all day, and I'm like, dog, who is you trying to convince that you're not fooling nobody, bruh? You're not fooling nobody. I got my times where I am the way I am, and when I'm with my wife, I'm still kind of the same way I am on social media, you know? And then I got times where I got to remember, okay, turn it down just a notch. You're talking to your wife.
That's real
One,
man.
I have to remind myself, turn it down a notch. You are talking to your wife. I have my moments. I'm not perfect, but these dudes ain't about to convince me that all day they running around like the ultimate warrior. Like you not that.
Good live, by the way. I caught that WCW
Oh
19.
yeah. Well,
Shout out
Act,
to
that's
King.
another thing. I grew up a wrestling fan,
I was
and
moving around, so I didn't get to comment, but
that's okay.
yeah.
You know
But
what
you
it is,
had
Act?
no
I like to give people that feel good. I like to take people back to where were you when this happened?
yeah.
Where were you when Michael Jordan came back and was wearing 45? Where were you when you first heard Wu Tang? Shit like that. Where were you when New Jack City came out? Like I try to take people back and bring some of that feel good back, but you got some of these dudes on here, they don't understand that. Boxing. And it's not because, oh, that's what they do. Nah, a lot of y'all don't do that. A lot of y'all
Let
don't
me
do that, bro.
and,
But
and, let, and it's true that before Brother Act, I want you to get into this too. And just like let me explain to your brothers going on, and then we're gonna get back on top of Abu Mason and other, and also the fights that coming up, the women fights and after that. But I want to get this out today because this been on my mind for a few hours. Okay, and I want people to understand what I'm saying. This right on my channel. Yes, I talk about everything. Yes, I know a little something about this, and I've been through a lot of things. Yes. But again, I'm not going to talk about certain things when y'all want me to. That never going to work, never what it is. I don't want to talk about politics, so I know about politics. I don't want to talk about politics all the time. I don't want to talk about family time. I don't want to talk about other things all the time. Whatever I want to talk about, that's what I talk about. Even I don't even want to talk about men talk all the time. Yeah, I could do all that. Yes, and very well. I have to say, is it be at times that I talk about for me when I come out. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat. Y'all good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones outside. From now on, if you go, even I got good at great chop ups too. You're gonna support me or you're not. But just understand this: when I come on here, truth is going to come through. This I'm gonna know what I'm talking about. Trust and believe. I'm not gonna steer you away with no nonsense. I just got to get that out. Y'all go right ahead, and then we can talk about the women because the women's boxing coming up. I want to talk absolute. Now,
yeah, we
absolute.
got
Oh, I'm so
Gabrielle
sorry.
Fundora. We got she's starting to become one of my favorite female fighters, Gabrielle. Next to Carissa Shields and Alicia Baumgartner, who I was supposed to be talking about today at 5 o'clock. I just went and changed it um to do it another time because I was
Oh,
going
I'm
to do
sorry
it.
about that.
No, it had nothing to do with you. Way before you even asked me to come on, I was kind of like, you know what? Me and Tiff go out on Tuesdays. I did one live today. Let me go ahead and give them my time. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow afternoon with the whole Alicia Baumgartner. But yeah, Gabrielle Fedora, I love her. She's great. The girl can box
Youngest
her ass
champion
off.
right now. Youngest champion right now, male or female.
Yes, I love that girl, man.
Yeah,
If I can get that girl for an interview, I hope one of
Oh,
y'all get him.
I want that interview too, bro. Oh man.
oh yeah.
I hope act. I hope you get her. I hope BVO. I hope somebody gets her because I don't hate. I don't hate on nobody getting them. I'm all about my
I'm gonna
brothers
give
getting it
her.
because
I give you the, like I said, I'll make sure like it's cool with her, but I would ask her to jump right on. You know what I mean? Because we peoples. See, I'm not the type of person. If I get an interview, I'm gonna just take it, harbor it and all of that.
Yeah,
You
me
know what I
too.
mean? If
people,
she
you know
she
what? People do
interested
that.
in it,
People do that
I
act. Let me tell you why they do it. They do it because they want to be able to say, yo, that was my interview, and I did that. But it's like, you know what I mean? And that's cool if you want to do that. But when I get a certain fight up there, don't you dare to ask for me to send the goddamn link.
Right.
yeah, nah, I would never do that. One, like I said, man, it's one, I'm real cool with you, and not only that, I think that you conduct good interviews. And like I said, why harbor like a person, and when you could get out there and you could just share, especially with like you and my other brothers that I do content with. I have no problem.
Yeah,
As long as she gives the okay, because I know how people be funny about their information. What I mean, I would definitely swing that over if I ever, what I mean,
yeah.
interview.
People just want to be able to say they did something, and I understand. I get that. You know what I mean? Because um, I was like that in the beginning too. Like, yeah, if I get a certain interview with a person, I can't have 4 or 5 fucking people up here because I just don't need all that type of shit. But what people fail to realize is that whoever you get ever on your show, that doesn't mean that's an invite for everybody to be on. Because you could easily say, all right, I'll bring another person up with me, and that's it. Because a lot of times these fighters or these coaches or whatever, a lot of times they don't want to come up with 4, 5, 10 people. For some of them, they don't want to do all that because they have to deal with they have to deal with that enough going to these press conferences and weigh-ins. But you got some that'd be like, I don't care, come on with the questions. But far as bringing somebody up, you know what I mean? Like you seen how I was when I was on Instagram. You seen
Yeah.
how I was
Yep.
bringing everybody up.
Hmm. Nope. That's a fact.
I was bringing people up that I shouldn't even been bringing up.
Hmm.
You know, because I'm like, I believed in brotherhood and all of us coming together. And there was people I should have never let on that I regret, but it's okay. We ain't crying over spilled milk. But yeah, man, I'm hoping somebody gets
So
Gabrielle Fandora. That girl is amazing. She's dope.
Mm-hmm.
I love her brother. I love her brother. I love Sebastian. I love both of them. Just to see the brother and sister teamwork, I love it. I'm big fans of them. And I don't know too much about her opponent this week. Um, I always say I always look into the other opponent. My ass don't never do
Yeah.
it 'cause I never have no interest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never do it.
yes, you all,
But
don't do that. Nah, I feel
you
you.
know what? Because it makes no sense for you to say you're gonna go look into the other person that they fighting, and if you don't do it, it makes no sense for you to keep saying it.
Yeah.
I gotta stop saying it because I never do it. Like perfect example. So we're gonna get off topic for a second. If I would have looked at the dude that Tim Zoo fought that he lost to, if I would have knew anything about him, I'd have said, "Man, hell no, Tim, don't fight that dude."
You talk about box.
Yeah, I would have been like, Tim, don't you do that. That man gonna knock you back in your country.
Yo, that boy, look, bro. I want to see him active, man. Speaking to him, I want to see him active. Where?
It's been quiet, bro. I guess they seen that Tim Zoo and they said, "Well, I
Yeah,
don't know which one of
he
you
probably
motherfuckers gonna fight him at 54, but I'm not."
out on that aspect. He probably can't get no fights. I ain't surprised.
That's the only thing about boxing that pisses me off. Everybody out here acting like they want smoke, right? And everybody's so bad to say, I'm the top guy in my division. You got to come see me. Whoop de whoop. I'll beat you to sleep. I come in the house. I eat your kids and all this kind of shit. And then you got to do like that. And all of a sudden, he does what he does to Tim Zoo, and then it gets quiet. It's quiet. And you like, wait a minute. Everybody should be calling him out. Where's everybody at? Where's all the monsters at? It's quiet. That shit killed me, bro. I'd be like, come on, man. So this is how we gonna do this. This is how we gonna go out. We gonna go out this way.
Entertaining a Virgil fight, but
Yeah.
Oscar, I guess he had too tough of a schedule. So Oscar said,
Oscar says, shit.
we need to give Virgil. He been with tough opponents. I never hear that. You know what I
Man,
mean?
listen.
It's like,
They told. So Virgil team had told, I guess, people that they needed 48 months for boost. Shit. For Virgil fighting this guy, he gonna need about shit. He gonna need some time.
Mm-hmm. Brother
That's a
D free.
that's a different type of animal. D free here? Uh-oh. Everybody hide your weapons. Hide your
No.
marijuana.
No,
Hide your
no.
marijuana. Put your
No,
drinks
no,
up,
no.
cause that dude, he always driving, so he gonna know what you're doing. Put everything up. Don't worry about it, D Free. We don't have nothing that we not supposed to have on us.
No, no, no. before you work for D3, you better make sure you have your packets, or you ain't gonna get paid.
Yo, your man D Free is Alonzo for real in real life.
Hey, it
Well, we
Free,
welcome brother D3. Welcome brother D3.
free.
What's good?
was good,
Right?
bro.
We talking about the Miss Gabrielle Pandora this week. That's our favorite girl. So
And don't forget who on the undercard, my boy back, man, Charles Conwell.
ah,
Really?
Yeah.
Mr.
Charles
Khan. Yeah, I
Conwell.
didn't. Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. Khan. Yep, he sure is. What do you act? What do you think of? What do you in your like? What do you really think about him as a
I think
fighter?
Charles Conwell. I think Charles Conwell. One thing I could say over at the Golden Boy side, I wasn't happy about it because me and Kano bought him on Kano's channel a few times. We talked to Charles Conwell. I'm not crazy excited about him being with Golden Boy, but one thing I will say, I'll give a person credit where credit is due. He
Yeah,
has been fighting more since he's been over there. Now, who he's been fighting against, he could cry and complain about that. But as far as he has been, more in the light and be getting more fights since
Yeah.
he's been with whoever else he's been with. So I like Charles Conwell. I want to see my bro get his shot, man. I want to see him get his shot, whether it's uh Fundora, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I like I told him last time he was on me and Kano's channel. If I would
yeah,
have been you, I would have been trying to pursue that IBF weight. Cause I think Bakram Maktaliev, I think he'll definitely try to make that happen with him. You know what I mean? If they enforce him to be the mandatory, I think that they'll definitely make that happen. They'll definitely make that happen. But outside of that, he's a phenomenal fighter. Good body puncher. Uh, he fights good on the inside. He could fight outside if he really wants to. I mean, everything is there. He's clicking on all cylinders for me. My only situation is when is he gonna get his opportunity?
yeah,
That's my only thing with Charles Conwell. When is he gonna get his opportunity so that he can prove himself to everybody and silence a lot of their doubters? Because me and my brothers get into it a lot. I be trying to tell them, my bro Five and 503 and Mac and everybody
shout
else.
out 503.
I be trying to tell him, yo, Conwell, he's coming, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
But
They be like, he's not getting no lucrative fights or anything like that. So that leads me to believe, you know, um, he just gotta mash on the gas a little bit harder. I think get mandated by a couple more sanctioning bodies. He should be fine, man. Cause he got the WBO and I forgot what else he's ranked behind. It seemed like he ranked behind Xander and all the sanctioning bodies. We pulled them up, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Like
yeah,
literally, like right after Xander and like two sanctioning bodies. But however it is cut and slice, I just want to see him, be able to get catapulted in those spots. I think Bakram Mataliev, if I would have been him, like I told him on the show with me and Kano, I would have went that direction because uh Fundora, he about to fight one of the mandatories, which the
yeah.
WBO mandatory came up and he has to fight Xander Zayas.
Damn it. See, D Free, this is all your fault. Damn it. It's all D Free's fault. Damn. Xander Zayas, huh? Oh,
I mean, if
well,
he vacate the belt, the only good news is him and Charles Conwell could fight for the vacant title. But I don't think he gonna do that. I think that Fundora feeling himself right now. He probably feel like he can win. And actually, the last fight I seen of Fundora, he actually looked it pretty good. Looked it pretty good.
yeah. That'd be a good scrap, though. We gotta see how that turned out. That'd be a great little scrap, though, man. That's the only thing that's going on this week is Matchroom.
And we got that one is a Golden Boy card, and then we got
Oh,
and
okay.
then we do got a match from no, I don't think it's match. Ben Whitaker, who Ben Whitaker with? Ben Whitaker having that rematch against why I always forget his name, Liam something. Can't remember his last name right now. It'll come to me. But yeah, the dude that he fell out the ring with and said he got injured. He's having that rematch. I can't. Why I can't remember his name right
Ben Whitaker, huh?
Yeah. Well, my brothers call him Ben Whitaker because they feel like he was about to get knocked out, and that's what they said. But, we'll see.
It's gonna be a good one, though. We're gonna see. It's definitely gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one this week, man. Boxing's been, like I always say, it's been all right so far, man. I no complaints from me over here, man. Um, and I know there's a lot more amazing things that's about to happen in the sport. I think we just have to be patient and wait and see. A lot of us is trying to rush things before it's time, and just sit back and be patient and wait to see what happens. So far, I haven't been disappointed with what's going on. Now, what's going to happen in September? That might be something different. I don't know how I feel about that yet. But other than that, it's been all right. It's been all right. I can't complain. It's definitely been a great year. So besides Charles Conwell, who else that we're familiar with is on that card? I hate making beds. Jesus.
You and me both, brother.
I feel like a freaking kid. Yo, Free, how did everything go with the interviews?
I hired 2 people.
I know
Yeah,
that's
two people.
I know that's a lot. That takes a little bit of time with that, but
Hold on. My bad. I didn't have my mic on. I was sitting there wondering why y'all couldn't hear me. No, I was saying I hired 2 people.
I think his mic went out again.
The zone got 2 cars this weekend.
Oh, they do?
Oh shit. Okay, DAZN, I ain't mad at you, Eddie. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they got 2 cars this weekend.
They already have one Saturday, so I'm guessing they got one Friday.
They got one Friday.
Okay, I'll be home for that one. I'll be home for that.
Saturday. They got 3. They got 3
3?
cars this weekend. Yeah,
They got
they got
Sunday too?
no. 2 of them are on Saturday. 1 is Friday.
But what the hell?
Yeah,
No.
some dude from Puerto Rico named Brown. Never seen him before. He's
So we must
fighting.
have one here in America and one outside of America. Oh,
Yeah, he got 1 in the UK. He got 2 in the UK. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 in the United States, 1 in the UK.
okay.
He got 1 going on in Orlando.
Ah, good Orlando.
And then the other one, like I said, is in the UK. And then Gabrielle is at Oceanside Front Wave Arena.
Okay. Sounds pretty much right. All right.
And Whitaker card is Sunday. I see it says the 20th.
I ain't gonna lie. The Zone acting like they ain't got no home training this year.
That's crazy.
They gonna make sure they come outside. They don't care. They gonna make sure every week you see them. Yo, Act, man, when you working on getting your own promotion, bro? It's about that time.
Nah, you right. You know what I mean? And yeah. I talk to you behind the scenes about that.
Yeah, talk to me behind scenes about that, bro. Cause
I got
you in the business, so it ain't like you don't know the business. You competed. Yeah, we need to see that from you, man. You know, that would be a blessing in disguise if you ask me, because now you get that. I could bring some amateurs to you.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I talk to you about
And we can have D free commentary, long as he promised to cut his beer off.
that. Nah, he ain't
I
gonna
cut my beard off. You shave away some of that belly.
You know what? You know what, Free? We not doing this. That's crazy. You're underrated. You see how this dude be? Disrespectful. Damn, man. Yo, this is how he be treating me, Act. That shit crazy, bro. That's how I get treated by him, man. That's supposed to be my friend. Nah,
And
so that's what's happening this week. So I don't know what's happening the week after. No, the week after is the Chris Eubanks fight, ain't it?
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking forward to that.
Damn.
Yep.
I wasn't entertaining that fight at first, but after seeing him get slapped with that damn egg, I think I might change my mind.
Yo, they gave that boy an egg endorsement off of that.
Yo.
They had Eubanks asking him, "Yo, how do you make an omelet?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, are you
Chris is an ass for that.
He literally was on there by the frying pan, cracking the egg over, like how we do in the morning breakfast time. I thought that was crazy. But Kovalev
I feel like something gonna happen in that fight that we don't see coming.
who you got in that fight?
Eubanks by knockout.
Well, damn, D Free, slow your roll.
D-Free, you ain't get not even 5 seconds. D-Free.
Yo, damn, D Free, you wilding for respect right now.
I ain't gonna lie, I got Ben.
I got Chris Eubanks by knockout.
You think Chris Eubanks is going to knock Ben? I'm not saying Ben can't be knocked out, but you really think he's gonna knock him out?
Why wouldn't I?
You know what? I learned not to go. I learned not to go against D Free in certain situations. You can't go against Free in certain situations because he'll make you look stupid Monday.
He hasn't looked good since he's been off the eggs. I mean, don't look like don't look like he got no power. Don't look like he got no power. Don't look like he got no stamina. When he was on them eggs, that nigga was like a Tasmanian devil.
You had to go there, D-Free. He said he ain't look good ever since he ate the egg. D-Free.
I'm just being honest. That's what I see. He came back. That man ain't got no power. He ain't got no stamina. He looked vulnerable.
D-Free ain't shit.
So that means this. So you have to he need to get back on the fruit, right?
I mean, he better have somebody slip him some eggs before the fight because he's going to sleep.
Damn.
That's messed up, D-Free. Damn.
You
heard it first on here.
Damn, Free. Free.
Free. Did you see my video I put out?
Nah, what video? It depends on how long you put it out. When did you put it out?
It says an hour ago.
Shit, no, man. What the hell was I doing? No, I was in here talking to Tiff an hour ago, still deciding if I was going to do my live or not. I just changed my live for tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to go see it.
I just try to go on and that joint.
Nah, yeah. I said, no. because I have to go get up with I gotta go get up with her honestly, and I'm like, man, I could do this shit for tomorrow because I really didn't get to spend no time with her because my live I didn't realize I was on from 7:30 to 10:30, and then I had a virtual meeting I had to go on with the fathers of the program I'm dealing with. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm taking up too much time. I gotta give her some time. So we're gonna go over here. Yo, D3, that's crazy that you said that though, D3. I'm still thinking about that. Knockout. Damn.
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 Oh, which round, D Free?
What you mean?
Which round you gonna
What
knock him out?
round? You said he gonna knock him out. What round?
Oh, what round?
Damn, I forgot my jacket. Shit.
Ninth round. Ninth round.
Damn.
Damn, D Free.
You know, I'm UK people they're gonna wanna whoop your ass, Free. They coming after
I
you.
mean, Conor Ben gonna come out there with a whole lot of emotion. He's gonna be swinging big punches. By the fourth round, that man gonna be dead tired.
You think all that egg slapping and all that took him out of his I don't gonna say game plan. He got in his mind.
Yeah, most
'Cause he
definitely.
I ain't
I mean,
never
Chris,
seen a man get slapped like that. I seen dudes get slapped, but Chris slapped the shit out of him.
Damn,
but
he
I
slapped
mean,
you.
Conor Ben is already a emotional fighter anyway. He always fight with emotion, but now he's gonna be even more emotional because they have real live animosity towards each other. Their fathers don't like each other. They don't like each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
You sure don't.
it's gonna be a whole lot of emotions early in that fight, and I think Conor Ben gonna be a little too emotional. Like I said, he's gonna swing a lot of big shots. Chris Eubanks he's gonna pretty much be on the back foot for the first 2 or 3 rounds, and then Conor Ben gonna be done after about the third or fourth round. He's gonna be done. His gas tank gonna be empty. You're gonna see he's gonna be looking real sloppy, and he's gonna
Wait
be
a minute.
holding on. He's gonna be holding
Hold
on
on.
a lot.
Time out. I just thought about something. Wait a minute. Some shit ain't adding up. Can y'all correct me now? What weight class is Conor Ben in again?
Conor Ben is not in a weight class.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't have time to be playing with you
No, I
today.
mean I'm being honest. He's not in a weight class. The man fought at 47. He fought at 54. He's fighting at I think 68 or
This nigga crazy.
he's not in a weight class.
Oh, he's like so. He like a journeyman. Then he just hot.
Yo,
He
don't
just
do
hot
that.
'cause he hot.
Y'all ain't shit, boy. I swear y'all ain't.
I think he's in. I think he might be in Shop Rights weight class, right there by the dairy section. He's gonna be in that weight class, right there.
That
Shop
is
Right,
not funny, Free.
right there
So
next to the
so
dairy
D
section.
Free, you trying to say he on Lego my ego? That's what you trying to say. He on Lego my ego. That's what you saying.
Mm. Clean up on aisle 5.
Free, I don't know how people went to school with you. I really don't. Jesus Christ. This guy right here, boy. Gonna be a good one though, man.
He
We'll
said
see.
no way. He said he ain't no weight class.
Yo, Act. Let me ask you something though, yo, Act. On some G shit though. How you feel about that May 2nd joint, man?
I mean, a lot of the brothers is boycotting that joint.
Oh God damn
They
it.
just want to watch Dev and all of that. Look, I understand the bro. Look, I definitely understand the bros. I get it. You know, when it comes to T.O. and Ryan, but there's a possible upset, and
Yeah.
if I don't tune in, I would be so mad that I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like T.O. getting parked by Arnold Barbosa by a freak accident. You know what I mean? Or they end up just giving it to Arnold Barbosa, kind of like how he lost to Cambosis. I actually think it's a good card because I want to see, like, I think anything can happen outside of, I think Ryan Hall,
Yeah.
and I
Well,
like Rolly. You know what I mean? Rolly's my dude. I think Rolly is a character. But
You can tell the bros they ain't got to worry about boycotting because Eddie already boycotted for fans to not be there. So
I don't. I want to know how they gonna build it in the middle of Times Square. How
listen.
they gonna
I
install
told my wife that act. You know what my wife said? She said I ain't the smartest person in the world. But how the fuck do you avoid people from seeing the fight in Times Square?
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, D Free, what the hell they gonna do? Build a big ass steel cage and cover it? Like, how the hell do you stop people from seeing the fight in Times Square? Like, make it make sense. I don't know.
They wasn't stopping nobody from seeing the fight. They were stopping the people from being able to sit down at the fight. So the way they was talking about it, they was gonna have it blocked off from people being able to come and sit down at the fight. Um, but I don't know if it's still happening the way they expect it to
Eddie,
happen.
that's what he said. Eddie was saying that we ain't gonna have no fans. And I'm like, well, Eddie, you might be talking about by the ring. You're damn sure ain't talking about the area because you ain't gonna tell a bunch of New Yorkers. Shit.
I don't think they're gonna be able to do it the way they expect to do it. I think they're gonna end up renting a venue. Because
Well, we're gonna find out because I know by April, I know by the 23rd of this month, we'll all find out if we got our credentials for down there. So we're gonna see because they said when they sent us the application, it had said media workout press conference. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna do a media workout in the middle of Times Square. Let's see how this shit plays out. Let's see how this play out. I'm gonna have my popcorn. My wife like, you going to that crazy shit? Yeah, I'm going to that crazy shit. If they give me credentials, of course I'm gonna go to that crazy shit. I mean, I don't know, bro. If that's the case, they should have threw it in the Palladium.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
they
telling
should
you,
have put it in the tunnel.
Get the fuck out! The tunnel don't even exist no more.
Exactly.
Yo, he said throw it in the tunnel. We trying to get people stabbed and shot because that's all that was going on in that motherfucker.
They should have rented a boat and put that joint in the middle of the Hudson River.
Shit, man, look, I don't know how they gonna do this May 2nd. If they can pull this off, I feel like if they do pull it off, this will be the last time that they ever do that.
I mean, maybe that's the reason why he ain't got no money for Shakur Stevenson because all his money is being spent up on New York City.
Oh no, you didn't, sir. No, you didn't. Now you take that back, sir.
them permits wasn't cheap, man. Them permits wasn't cheap in New York, bro.
Hell no, it ain't. And then you talk about locking down. You're not talking about locking down a block. You're not talking about going to a block. You're talking about Times Square. That's
And
going to cost you.
you're talking about the middle of rush hour because the fight is supposed to be around
Dog.
3:00
On a Friday.
On a Friday,
On
yeah.
a Friday, dog.
Rush
No,
hour.
that's
is
when
crazy. Rush
Times
hour
Square is
crazy.
at its livest.
That's
Friday,
when Times Square.
that's the
Hey.
weekend. That's the right when the
Dog.
weekend starts. 3:00
Dog.
Friday is when the
You
weekend
got
starts.
people, and then you got all the businesses down there. You got some people who get paid on that day. Man, it's going to be all mayhem. It's going to be straight mayhem down there.
You're gonna have every little side show that they got in Times Square down at that fight. Trying to
And
get money.
exactly, all the people who dress up in costumes and all that, the cowboy, the cowgirl. There's gonna be so much going on down there. That's why a lot of people like, nah, I'm not going down there. It's gonna be worse than going to watch the ball drop. I had to think about that. Like, yeah, you know what? I never did go see the ball drop, but I see the atmosphere and I see how it is. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not messing with that.
And I'm gonna tell you, the New York City Transit Authority, it's gonna be
the cops is gonna be violating. Oh man, you think you're gonna hop a train? Yeah, all right. You think you're gonna hop? My wife said, "How you gonna get home?" Listen, from 42nd Street to 59th, I'd be all right. I could walk from 42nd to
Yeah, that's
59th.
right. Yeah, you can walk that.
I could walk
Yeah.
that. They see, they don't be understanding that act. You tell anybody that, they go, "Oh my God, you're gonna walk that? It's right
Yeah, that ain't
there,
nothing.
bro."
That ain't nothing.
Dog, I've walked from 42nd to Harlem, back home, from 42nd to 135th, cutting through Central Park on a nice day.
Yeah.
If it's nice, why not, bruh? Because let me tell you something. You save yourself a whole lot of trouble getting on that train when you don't even know if you're going to make it. Because how these trains are set up,
Yeah, you know how I've been on them trains lately.
dog.
Trains lately.
Now they got these security guards making sure you don't hop the train. Man, they going to get their ass whipped this year. Ain't nobody having that. But
I
May
got
2nd going to be great.
one dude, he turning into a creature, like jumping on
Dog,
the floor. I don't know if you
listen,
seen that. I don't know
dog,
if you
there's no job in this world
seen that.
that's worth me. Mm-mm. You can go ahead and have it. I want to make it back home. I don't want to be threatened. I don't want to have to watch my back. Like, I want to come home. Straight up. I don't know about nobody else. But I want to be able to come home, dog. I don't want none of them problems. May 2nd gonna be good though. See how that go. Then the next day you got Canelo and William Skull. I probably won't be watching that. But yeah. We'll see how that go, man. I don't know, man. It's a lot that's coming up, man. It's a lot that's coming up, man. Then we got our women coming back in July, and that's what I'm gonna get into that tomorrow. But we got our women coming back, man. It's all good though, man. It's all good though. What's up with you? What's up with you though? Act, you still in? You still get to get in the gym, or you
Yeah,
been busy?
I've been back recently and all that, bro. Working my way back. When I come back, I work my way back slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, basic training and stuff like that. We'll probably be sparring.
Yo,
Was it May? Yeah, we'll probably be sparring the beginning of May. Copacetic. So,
yeah,
yeah, man.
yeah. I'm trying to whip myself back in. I'm trying to whip myself back in where I can get in, but right now it's just difficult. Um, it's very difficult to do it, but I know I got to do it because that's how I get closer to a lot of the fighters too. So I'm getting ready to. Me and the missus, matter of fact, we already agreed that we gonna get back up in there because we not getting no younger. We getting older. Let's get in there. Let's do what we do. So we working on that. Yo, Act, what you doing? The 16th of August, man.
That's yeah, yo. I gotta give you, what's your email, bro? Type it in the private chat so I can reach out to you. I gotta make sure I give Underrated my info.
Yeah, because
I wanna,
I do my annual barbecue every year. It's my third one this year. I like, gotta get my brother Ack out here. And we ain't never got up. We've been on these panels for like 3 years and all that. I'm like, I ain't seen my brother yet.
It ain't no excuse. You know what happened when I was working overnight? That cut me off.
Yeah,
Right? And being in the gym, it cut me off from a lot of things. You know what I mean?
it happens, bro. And that's what people don't understand, right? They look at y'all as fighters and think that y'all got all the money in the world. It's like, brother, I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, I wish
I
I
still got to work a 9 to 5 and take care of home and either go to school. Like, don't think as I'm boxing, I'm fucking Devin Haney over here.
Josh
Right.
Padley just explained that. You see, he was an electrician in the UK. I just can't
Yeah,
trust people in the UK being electricians. I don't know, but I know
yeah.
they do it. But on the serious to
Come
yeah,
on,
man,
man. You got dudes working sanitation.
Yeah.
whatever he was working, he stopped doing what he was doing after that Shakur fight. It
Who's
changed.
our man out here in the Bronx? What's our man out here that fought Conor Ben in the Bronx? Our man out here. Shit.
I know who you talking about.
Look what he's doing. It's rough out here, baby.
Tag man. I know
I
him.
can forget his name. That's crazy
You talking
too.
about the same dude that fought Jalil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Look what our man do. Look what he do.
Tag, why I can't think of his name.
I can't. It's his face is right there, but I can't get his
Pete
name, and that's
Dotson. Pete
crazy.
Dotson.
Yeah,
Pete
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 Dotson.
Dot.
Johnson.
Yup,
Look at what he do. It's real. It's real out here, man. Everybody don't. And let me tell you something. For everybody who's a professional boxer, for some of them, it's part time because they got, you know what I mean? A lot of these dudes, it ain't full time for them because they still got to go work a 9 to 5 and then still go to the gym where you got that fighter that ain't got to go to no, you know what I'm saying? All he got to do is just go to the gym and that's all he got to worry about.
People pray for that. People pray for that to where they could get into that position, like,
Yeah.
and be a full-time fighter and just rely on the back-to-back, you know what I mean, paydays. You know, hope that why you think dudes be wanting to pack dudes up so quick so that you know you could get approved and you can fight
Yeah.
in the next couple of months because them bills are still coming in. The car payment got to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
paid.
Exactly.
That
I got.
file got to get paid or optimal if you from New York. You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
this one amateur. I got this one amateur I talked to.
One of my down south brothers said, what is optimal? I said, oh yeah, I forgot, man.
Yeah, like I got this one amateur. This one amateur that I talked to. Bad motherfucker too, man. He's 95 and 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
How old is he?
21.
Yeah, it's time,
He's
bro.
get he's getting ready to. He told me already. He said I'm gonna have 5 more fights, and then after that I'm out.
Yeah, because it's time, bro. Ain't no putting all that wear and tear over there, and then you know.
Listen, he hasn't fought New York. I think the last time he fought in New York was like 2 years ago. But ever since then, he been going. He been going down south. He been going to the Midwest. Every show they got that's a belt show,
That's
he's
good.
in on it. He want in.
That's good. That's good.
Like
And he got a
this
good. He
dude.
got like
This dude got so many belts. It's ridiculous. I'm like, how the fuck are you fitting all this in your room, bro? He like, I can't. I gotta take some to my basement and then fucking put some up in the living room. He got belts like crazy, and this is from going from, from Jersey to Philly to Kentucky to wherever.
what weight is he in the area?
Oh, 165. He fights at 165.
Okay.
But you know the crazy thing about it? It's not his weight that tripped me out. It's his height. He's 6 foot,
Yeah,
but his reach is nasty.
that's he did because see he could do it either way. He could take the 160 route when he turned pro.
That's what he no. That's what he said.
He could take the
I
160.
talked to him. I talked to his pops one time. I said so, and before he could even say it, I already had it in my mind because if you know boxing and if you make it make sense, then you'll know. I said, y'all taking the 160 route? And he was like, yep, yep. And that's exactly what the route we're taking. We're taking 160. I just need him 5 more fights. He could have turned pro when he had 75 fights. If he wanted to, he didn't want to do it. He wanted to get to 100. So, I respect his wishes. And I said, all right, 5 more fights, and then we're going to do what we do.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, where he from? Where he from? He from our side? He from New York?
You said what?
He from New York?
Yeah. He from Brooklyn.
Oh, he from Brooklyn.
What?
He from Brooklyn, Marcy Projects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
AZ Town.
Now,
Yeah. Marcy, baby.
I want to bring him on here. Got another Brooklyn boy.
Yeah. Oh, Grinder don't even know that I already had put him on with D Free and all the. I told him about a lot of other because I was like, yeah, it's me, but it's other people. I like to spread love because I'm not gonna always be around to do this, and I need one of y'all brothers to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for him to get back into town now because he's not in town. He he's I think where the hell he said he's in Seattle. He's somewhere. I gotta ask him again where he at. But he get ready to go get him another belt. Yeah, that dude is but he from Marcy, man. When I first talked to him, I'm like, yeah, and mind you, I've known him since he was like 14, 15. So I
Yeah,
knew
that's
him for a while.
crazy.
I said, you got the mentality. I
Yeah,
said, you got the mentality of a Brooklyn dude. He was like, yeah, I am. And this is me talking to him as a kid, not as a grown man, as a kid. He
now
said,
that's
yeah,
crazy that you know him. That's like you say he 21 now. He full grown ass man now. So
man,
that's good
listen,
that you kept.
act. If you see like I said, he's 6 feet tall, but when you see this dude arms, This dude's arms is the same fucking size as Patrick Ewing. It's fucking ridiculous. It's crazy. Like his reach is crazy. That dude could jab you from across the street.
Mobley. What was yeah,
Yo, that's why I told him. I told his pops, this seems like your son should have been taller than what he is, but that's just my opinion. But his reach is stupid. But I see why everybody has an issue with him. That dude he could jab you from across the street. And everybody has a hard time. Like no matter what state he go to, because there's talent in different states. But nobody can't seem to. They don't have the blueprint for him. You know why they don't have a blueprint for him? Because he's not trained like an amateur. He trains like a pro.
Yeah,
so you know what I'm saying?
A lot of dudes like that where they had a pro style. So they was
not only you know what, it's not even just a pro style. While everybody sleep, his pops got him up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning running the streets of Brooklyn. They running the streets of Brooklyn.
He from the project, so he gonna have a good backing. Because I see a lot of these Brownsville dudes coming out, but it's good to see.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, right? So one day he was like, pull up to the hood. Now, me,
yeah. Bridge, you got the nerve.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, now wait a minute.
Nerve to be questioning somebody.
Do you want me to pull up to the Marcy sign or to the projects? Which one? Because I'm trying to figure this out. I said, can I just meet you at the J train? Like, can we just meet somewhere over there? He's like, nah, you got to come all the way in the projects. I said, oh God, okay. Yeah, all right, I'll be there. I'll be there in a minute. So I get up there and I said, well, what am I here for? What am I here for? Because I'm sitting here trying to figure out, what am I coming here for? So I get there, the whole fucking Marcy is outside.
Oh, like 1,000 dudes. That's real New York stuff.
I said, what the fuck is going on? He says, you're going to turn on your camera and my pops is about to do some, I still got the video still to this day. We're going to do some pad work. You're going to watch this, right? Watch this. Get this on film. I never posted it because he'd asked me respectfully not to, because at the time they were still working on who they are. But to see everybody outside, and they were outside anyway, but once he put on them gloves, it was like, shit was like Mayweather gym. Everybody. I knew right then and there. I knew right then and there he was special. When there were elderly people coming up and saying something about him, I knew he was special then. I was like, yeah, this kid is different. Like, he gonna be something. So to meet him at 14 and here it is now, he's 21. It's amazing because when I met him, when he was 14, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude was like my height. So I watched him grow.
Yeah.
I watched him grow, man, and I'm proud of him. But I'm gonna introduce y'all to him. As soon as he get back, I need y'all to get him on.
Okay.
And mind you, listen to what I just told you. This is a record that you'll never hear of ever again. How is it possible that you could be 95-2 with 28 knockouts between the first and second round?
See that part right there. Hopefully he can make it translate into the pros, man. Hopefully he can make it.
Like, you know how hard it is for you to have 2 losses out of 95 fucking fights? And you're going all over the world. You're not just staying in your region. You're going from East Coast, West Coast, and you only lose 2. And he lost these 2 fights earlier in his amateur career. Earlier. Shit crazy, bro. Telling you, man. That's why I love doing what I do, man.
Yes, sir.
Because you get to be a part of this beautiful. When he get back in the city, though, we're going to do it. We're going to hook it up.
You all right, D-Free?
Yeah, I'm good.
They got D-Free over there working hard. That's the problem.
Nah, I'm off. I get off at 2 o'clock.
D-Free got his grandbaby, my man Dream over there pressuring him, bullying him. Shit is crazy, man.
They not even in the house. They just left right when I came on. They had just left out the door.
Where they going?
Him and his mother and his sister. They went somewhere. Mm-hmm. Nice
D3 said,
and
I don't give
quiet in
a
here.
D3 said,
Everybody
I
in
don't give
here.
a D3
Everybody
said, I
here
don't give
sleep
a
except
damn.
for Jazzy. Jazzy. I mean, I'm the only one that's woke. Jazzy and Vicky sleep.
Well, Vicky got to go to. She got to go to work tonight, don't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky got to go to work. She deserves to get her some sleep. Tell her get all the sleep she can. Cause August 16th, you ain't getting no damn sleep in New York. I don't give a damn what hotel you go stay in. I'm gonna come to. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come to y'all hotel. I'm gonna come to y'all hotel wherever y'all stay at with my shoes on my damn feet, step all over y'all damn bed. That's how I'm gonna welcome y'all. I didn't get to welcome y'all the last time y'all came to New York. This time I'm gonna welcome you.
Well, being though that we're not gonna be in New York when we come, you won't be able to do that unless you got a car.
That's some bullshit. Now he want to run the White Plains. That's some bullshit. You see that shit, Act? That's that bullshit, Act. Yo, Act, that's that bullshit.
White Plains. What's over there?
He goes White Plains. All right, that's what. You know what, D3? I'll let you know what you got that. I ain't going to the damn White Plains.
That's where I will be at.
I ain't going to White Plains.
223rd and White Plains.
White Plains ain't far, but
Oh,
I'm not going.
right off the 2 train.
Nah, I'm not
Nah,
going to
he ain't
223rd.
talking about that White Plains. Don't let him fool you. He ain't talking about that White Plains, y'all. He ain't
Nah,
talking about Bronx White Plains.
I used to live right down the street from there. I lived in Yonkers. I used to live not too far from 223rd and White
D3 would
Plains.
never listen. To go stay over there at the hotel. I don't. Shit.
Yeah.
You have a lot of good places.
Nah.
You have a lot of good places you can go eat over there. But far as staying in a hotel over there, nah.
Had, when I was younger, they had like a good place over there called the Thirsty Turtle. There's a place called we used to be leaving. We used to go over there. I don't know, it just looked different, compared to.
Nah, it be. You know what? If you're looking for a good place, far as Jamaican food and all that kind of
Yeah, they
stuff,
got good.
even
Yeah, they
Spanish
got
food, they got that up there. But far as living up that way and staying, yeah, you gonna have to keep to yourself over that way because they build different on that side of town.
I mean, they have a decent part of that part of White Plains. If you go further, I mean closer to the Yonkers side, they got the little houses right there. It's
Um,
not that bad.
yeah, it's you
I
know what? It's not that bad. It seems when you get to the train station, that's when shit get different.
Yeah.
The train station because you got all the
And
liquor stores right there,
You
right
got
by
all
the
the
train
liquor
station.
stores. And all them dreads over there, they carry machetes on them. So when you go over there acting like you want some smoke, oh, they gonna chop your ass up and you gonna be on the grill.
yeah, especially if you go 233rd towards a 5 train, you better be careful too going towards
When I
Queens.
used to live in Mount Vernon, I used to live where the Pathmark used to be. And that was back in 2009. And I used to be like, why did I come here? Because I'm telling you, every night it was shootouts. And I'm like, this shit worse than the South Bronx. This is crazy. Every night I can't sleep. This
My
is crazy.
my baby mother lived in Mount Vernon when after we had got a divorce, and she had my twins up there. She lived literally probably 6 blocks away from Sue's Rendezvous. Literally
Oh
6 blocks
Lord.
away.
All the rappers used to go there. All the rappers talked about going there.
I used to go there all the time, my damn self.
They changed today though. I went by Mount Vernon recently and I was like, this ain't the Mount Vernon I know. What the hell going on here? What's going on? But it's different. It's nice parts of Mount Vernon too. When people be like, oh, the whole Mount Vernon is bad. I go, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
There's
not.
decent. There's decent parts of Mount Vernon where it looks like upstate. It just
Yeah.
depends on where you go. If you want to be around the hood rats, you want to be in the projects, and go ahead and go over there. I suggest you don't go over there because there's real dudes over there, and they'll get you. They don't care. They don't care what block or what borough you come from. But there's nice parts, just like Yonkers. The whole Yonkers is not bad. But if you go into Getty Square and M Street, and you go into School Street and all them other projects, that's your ass. Go ahead and
Walburn,
go if you want.
Warburton School Street, down there by the square,
Yeah,
over there Marbury Street.
yeah. Go over there if you want.
It's a couple. It's quite a like if you closer to where the square is, which is the I guess you might as well say the downtown portion of Yonkers.
Yes,
That's where all the hood is at.
that's where the whole hood is at. You get the you get the best of both worlds down there. You get School
Because
Street.
right there, you got School Street where DMX grew up at, and then you on the other side you have Warburton where D Block is from, and then
Yeah.
right above that you got the apartment complex where Mary J. Blige grew up at.
Yes,
Literally right up the block.
literally.
And I stayed right down the block from Warburton.
And they cleaned them projects.
I was literally down the block from Warburton to the left of School Street, which was Marbury Street. I stayed literally in the middle of both of those. So I was like in the middle.
How long you was there, D Free? How long you was
I
there?
was there for about 2 or 3 years. I was there like 2 or 3 years.
Man, let me tell you something. They cleaned them projects up where Mary's from, because I remember days I happened to go through there. The only good thing that was about those projects that you had to go through security to get in those projects.
Yep.
You had to show you. I remember I used to have to go because my brother lived over there, and I would have to go see him. And you got to show security, your ID and all that. Them projects, wow. And you couldn't just get out those projects like any other projects. They had the back way. You still have to go through a gate to get out. And I'm like, God damn, if you come over here starting some shit, it's going to be hard for you to get out of here.
Matter of fact, my kid's godmother, her brother got killed by an off-duty police officer. Right there in Yonkers. He got into it. The police officers was at the bar. He was at the bar. The police officer was at the bar. Nobody knew that they were undercover. I mean, they was off duty. Nobody knew that they was off duty police officers. Police officer got drunk and was causing trouble or whatever. And my kid's godmother's brother, he was the type that he had just got out of jail probably about 2 years prior to that. Probably like 2 years prior to that. He's one of those ones, and he was a young dude. He wasn't older than me or nothing like that. He was actually her baby brother. But he was the type of dude that he don't take no mess from nobody. And the dude pretty much antagonated the fight towards him because the dude said something to him and he was trying to walk away. And the police officer kept going at him, and so he turned around and stole the police officer in the face, and the police officer pulled the gun out and shot him. So they end up getting a lawsuit against the city. Yeah, the police officer provoked it, but they end up getting a lawsuit. They won the lawsuit.
Yeah, man, because that's crazy. This man lost his life, and come on, he could have still been here because you wanted to provoke him. But you know what, though? That's why I be telling people, y'all think the boroughs is bad. When you go to places like Yonkers and Mount Vernon, there's certain places where you be like, damn, I thought.
I still remember the day that it happened because I was in the house, and at the time, my baby's mother, we was together at the time. She was my wife at the time, and she come running in the house like, Dwayne, no. I was like, no, what? I ain't doing nothing. And she was like, nah, they just killed Marcus. I was like, Marcus who? And they was like, Tina's brother. I was like, stop playing. I'm like, who? And then she showed me the whole video. Somebody had, that's when World Star was real big. Somebody had videotaped it. And I saw the videotape and I was like, wow. So I got dressed. We went up to his mother's house, which was right there on Warburton. They stayed on Warburton. And when we went up there, Jada Kiss and Style P was out there. And I said, what's up to them or whatever, because the whole neighborhood was out. Everybody knew about what happened. So the whole neighborhood was out. I said, what's up to them? And I went upstairs. And when I went upstairs, Jada was like, man, we holding down the block. We holding down the block. Fuck these motherfucking cops. And they was going crazy out there. When I said they was going crazy, they was going crazy.
So that day, Jada was with the shits that day.
Yeah, the whole block was out there because they all hung. I mean, he lived on Marlboro. I mean, on Woodbarn his whole life. So
yeah,
he knew Jadakiss knew him from a little boy. They knew that kid from a little boy, and he was only 19 at the time. He was 19 at the time when he got killed, and so they knew everything. They knew the little boy. They used to give him money to go to the ice cream truck and go to the store and all types of stuff. So they was out there. That whole block was crazy. Like the police couldn't even come down the block. They had to stay at the corner. The police couldn't come down the block.
They knew if they came down that corner, that was gonna be their ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Senseless shooting, man. That's why we don't need no senseless shooting towards each other because they already be doing it. We don't need that shit, man.
That joint was all on the news and everything for like a week straight. That joint was on the news.
That's crazy. He shouldn't have lost his life. Shouldn't have lost his life at all. He should still be here having a family of his own celebrating. That's some bullshit. But that's the kind of corny ass world we live in, though. We live in a corny ass world. But like I always tell people, them cops outside of the boroughs, when you go into Westchester County and it's Yonkers and Mount Vernon, and you think it's sweet because you like, yeah, nigga, I'll give you y'all soft. All right.
That was
all right. Them cops can take you somewhere. Them cops can take you somewhere and beat you to sleep.
And I'm telling you, don't go further up.
So, matter of fact, if he was still alive, he would have been. That was in 2001.
Oh wow!
He would have been like 30.
Yeah, no, that was 2001. I was 18, so
no, he would have been
right
like,
behind me. He'd have been 41.
Yeah, he would have been like 41. He'd have been like 41 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, he'd have been right there with me in age. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yep. But,
that's the kind of bullshit that we be facing, man. We be facing that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Sad. That's why it don't be worth it. You get into it with somebody, you just don't know who they are, man.
No. We was talking about that last night on Dub Right Side, because Dub Right Side was doing his little conspiracy show, and he was it was about the Reaper, the Army Ranger, the most deadliest sniper in United States military history. This man was the most deadliest sniper that's ever been around. And and we was talking about the different stuff about the training that we go through, because I was an Army Ranger, and so was Shelton Moore. He was an Army Ranger as well, and so we was telling him about the training that we go through. And I was like, nah, I said that's why a lot of times when you see military individuals, they walk away, is because they know the training that they've been through, and they know that 9 times out of 10 it's probably not going to end well for the person that's trying to provoke the fight, because we go through a lot of hand-to-hand combat training, like a lot of martial arts we've been taught. Like before there was MMA, we was taught that type of training. We had that type of training before there was actual MMA. Because when I was in the service, there was no MMA. There was no such thing as MMA. It was only kickbox, karate, boxing. That was it. That was the only combat sports that was on TV, or only combat sports that you can compete against. It was either you was going to be in karate, you were going to be in kickboxing, or you was going to be in an actual boxer. Because I went into the military in '94. There was no MMA out in '94. MMA ain't come around until like the beginning of 2000.
Yeah.
So we was taught that type of training. So, and we was telling them, I said, dog, you never know. I said, some of these guys that say Leave them alone. Leave them alone. You never know what they've been trained on. A lot of these people are training to be MMA fighters. A lot of people is ex-military. You never know. They could be Green Beret. They could be former Navy SEALs, former Rangers. You never know what they are. I say, leave
Yeah,
people alone.
I mean, you know what, D Free? Even if they don't take up nothing, nowadays you gotta leave people alone, fucking period, because a scary person will kill you.
Yeah. That's why I be sitting there laughing at these people on YouTube. I like, yeah, you can go ahead and say what you want to say. I guarantee you, and if you see me in person, it's gonna be a whole different energy. I guarantee you,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a whole different energy.
we were just talking about that before you came up. We was talking about how these dudes talk this and talk that. In all reality, they not about to do shit. You know what I
No,
mean? All of a sudden, you and him talk, and then y'all take a picture together, and he'll post it up on the social media talking about, yeah, D Free didn't want no smoke. The fuck you mean? I approached you. You didn't approach me, so what the fuck is you talking about? Now you trying to make it seem like in this picture.
no, I don't. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I'll tell you this heartbeat. I don't want no smoke because I'm 49 years old. I'm not fighting nobody. I'll fight if I have to fight. I'm not fighting nobody. You go ahead and try your hands if you want to. I guarantee you it'll be the last time you tried your hand.
Well, brother McLean, Ax said drop your email in the back chat.
He fell out.
McLean.
So what you
Might have to go.
back to the
Oh
boxing
yeah.
tip, yo, D Free, what you think about Abdullah Mason, man?
Man,
Yeah.
Abdullah,
All right.
I've been telling people about Abdullah Mason for the longest time. And niggas was laughing at me when I said I had Abdullah Mason on my pound for pound. They were saying this. What? He ain't done nothing. I said, dog, y'all looking at what accolades people got in order to make pound for pound. I'm old school. I'm 49 years old. I'm going according to what the pound for pound was made for. Skill versus skill. If they were the same size, who do I believe will win? That's what I base my pound for pound on, not on how many titles he won and all that stuff. I'm not basing off that. Yeah, that's good to have, but like I tell people all the time, there's certain fighters given opportunities that other fighters are not given.
That's a fact. That's what I was just talking about with Charles Conwell. Yup.
Yeah. So I don't base it off of accolades. I base it off the skill set. What I see from that fighter in the versus the competition that he has faced, what do I think will happen if they were the same size? And so I had Abdullah Mason, and I think I had Abdullah Mason like my number 7 or number 8 pound for pound fighter. And this was like maybe a year or two ago. Niggas was like, nigga, you crazy. I said, okay, y'all don't understand. Y'all see.
You ain't the only one like that. If you watch our channel, my bros be having some. I remember when they had boots. My bro KG had boots, and we always looking at him crazy. You know what I mean? But not that we didn't think Boots was talented. You know what I mean? We just, we had a few different criterias. But I'm not mad at you, bro, because all you doing is speaking it to it in existence with
Right.
Abdullah Mason. Like the way he orchestrate his punches, everything he does to me is sharp. Even when he miss, it's sharp. Only other
Yeah.
person I know like that like punches is as sharp as him, but they not at the prospect stage. I ain't gonna lie, I like watching Raymond Ford just box.
The only flaw I see in Abdullah Mason's game right now, and this is me being as critical as I can about Abdullah Mason. The only flaw that I see in his game right now is he rushes his knockouts just a little bit too much. He
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
he
yeah.
don't take the time and let it come to him.
Yeah.
He got so comfortable with getting the knockouts that he want to try to go and knock everybody out instead of just saying, no, you know what? It's going to come to me. Let me just sit back. Like this last fight that he just had, he let the knockout come to him. He didn't rush it. That fight that he got dropped twice in, he was rushing the knockout, and he got caught, and he got dropped. He got up right away, and he shook the cobwebs off, caught dude with an uppercut, dropped him, went back in the rush again, got caught again. And then he said, you know what? All right, this dude is a puncher. Let me stop playing around. and he went in there and stopped that man in the second round. And they were like, "Oh, you still think Abdullah Mason, that dude, he got dropped twice?" I said, "Yeah, but what happened? That man got up and stopped him in the second round." I said, "Y'all act like he got dropped and he was hurt badly and the dude was stepping on the gas." No, the man got dropped, got up, dropped him. He got up, and then he dropped Abdullah again. And then Abdullah commits to stopping that man in the very next round, which was the second round. I said, "Nah." I said, "I still think Abdullah Mason is the goods."
That just shows you a layer right there. Like he got the grit already of a champion.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and that's what I said. I said, I'd rather see that from Abdullah Mason at this stage in his career than to wait till he get to the big stage and he's never been faced with adversity like that.
Yeah.
At this stage of his career, he was able to face that adversity and conquer it. You let somebody like a Keyshawn Davis, who's never faced adversity, Keyshawn Davis get to the point where he's about to fight a Tank Davis or somebody like that and never face adversity. We don't know how Keyshawn is going to react. We don't know how Shakur is going to react. They never had to face that adversity before. So who knows? They could fold under that adversity. They might not know how to. Shakur's never touched the canvas. We don't know what Shakur is going to act like when he finally get caught with a good shot and touch the canvas for the first time. We don't know. We can say what we believe, but we don't know until it actually happens.
Fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Clarence, yo, check the private chat if you can.
Huh?
Check the private chat.
All right, I'm gonna check it in a minute. You know, I'm over here moving through St. Nicholas, so I got to be aware of stuff. Cause it get a little wild through these peas.
That man, Clarence keeping his head on a swivel.
Hey, listen, y'all see this? You gotta be careful. Look, you gotta be careful walking through here, baby. This, you know. Remember, what was it? When it wasn't Lean on Me, it was the Principal. When that song came on, "Welcome to the Jungle." Yeah, that's what this shit is, the jungle. You gotta be aware.
Clarence is like one of them dudes that be on the live stream. They be sitting there like, "Yeah, I'm out here doing this, that." Next thing you like, "What's up, baby?"
Yo, don't do that shit, man. Come on, man. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Hassan Campbell, his own old building.
Yo, D3 be on some bullshit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
All of a sudden, you just see the phone go down. You just hear a whole bunch of wind. That nigga Clarence running like.
Yo, when I go, you know what's so crazy? Like the day I took, like what I was just telling you about the day I was in Marcy, boy, I wasn't nervous because you could put me in any neighborhood and I'm gonna be all right because I know me and I could get along with people real good. But this particular day I was there, my ass was I was like, look now, who them dudes standing over there by that building? They looking pretty mean. Oh, don't worry about them, man. Don't worry about them. I'm like, all right, I'm just saying. They see a camera in the hood. A lot of them don't.
Saints. Come on, McClay. Come on, McClay. We know where you from, McClay. Stop, bro. Stop.
Hey.
Paint this picture. Over there, hybrids. You know them boys is wild. The young boys is wild that came after you. Hey, Boogie with the hoodie, them boys. I remember going to parties with them boys.
Look,
that man, Clarence gonna be sitting there walking. All of a sudden, you be like, "Hey, yo, B, come here for a minute. We holler at you." You be like, "Huh?"
Nah,
nah, man,
Nah, the one dude, look, the one kid was like, "Yo, you doing a documentary?" I was like, "Nah, son, I ain't doing a documentary. I'm just getting some footage." He was like, "Yeah, because we can just give you a tour." Marcy, I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here. What I look like?" Nah. Think I'm stupid?
Right into the hallway.
Fuck out of here.
Stupid, yo.
I don't need no tour, Marcy. I've been through Brooklyn before, so I pretty much know that area, and that's a real Jewish area. I know that area. I ain't stupid.
Nah, being born and raised in Brooklyn, I ain't doing no lie.
And you know what? He's official. His father's official. and the family's official with Marcy. So I'm gonna keep it 100. I wasn't really worried about that because let me tell you something. When you go in somebody's neighborhood, you can't just pull out the camera, right? If you there, obviously you have permission to do it, and the people are gonna say in the hood, leave him alone, he good. Just like Smack. When Smack had his DVDs, Smack wasn't just going up to people's neighborhood. You got to get that green light from the homies.
Yeah.
You can't just say, you know what? I'm going to D Free's hood, not where he lives now, but I'm gonna go to where he's from, and I'm gonna pull the camera out, and I'm just gonna record. Man, you're gonna get your ass whooped.
You can, but your camera gonna be gone. Everything in your pocket gonna be gone. And all the clothes gonna be gone. You can do it. I'm just letting you know.
Yo, you can't just be pulling up a dude's hood thinking you could do that.
You better hope you download that daggone footage to iCloud. You ain't gonna back show Like, hold on, dog. You can have the camera. Let me just download the video. I just want to have the video, dog. You can have the camera.
Let me email it.
Just let me download the video.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Now, D Free, he gonna say D Free. You told me your neighborhood was bad, but you didn't say they was known for robbing and stripping people.
Hey,
your man got robbed. Your man got robbed and stripped.
Like, D Free, is this dude with you? Nah, he ain't with me.
D Free, you ain't shit. You gonna sit there and tell that person, "Oh, he not here with me." Yo, you a foul dude, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't lie. He not here with me. He said, "Can I do some footage in your neighborhood?" Yeah. You didn't come with me to my neighborhood.
No,
you
but
came
that's
by
true.
yourself.
That's true. You didn't confirm that he was with you though. That's true. He wasn't with you though. So if you go just pulling out a camera and you just saying, "Can I get footage here?" Yeah, you can do that. Go at your own risk, but you gonna get your ass whipped.
I'm gonna tell you,
yeah,
like
you right.
Around my old neighborhood, even though you might be with me, I don't know what footage you got. So if I say you with me, nigga, me and you might end up getting robbed. I'm like, nah, dog, you're not with me. I don't know who you got on that footage. I don't know. You might
That's a fact.
Some drug transactions, anything. Nope.
You don't know what the dude got going on. So at this point, no, I'm not with you. And you know what though? That's why when Smack first did it, I was like, okay, I didn't understand where he was coming from because I ain't never see somebody run in somebody's hood and do that. He was going in every different hood in every borough, and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? No, I had to find out who he was, and why was he able? How did he have this much power to go up in all these neighborhoods? He going to Gates and Nostrand in Brooklyn. He going up in Mano Hood. He going to Pat Pooh's hood. I'm like, this motherfucker going to some of the most dangerous places in Brooklyn. I'm not. Hell no, I'm not doing it. But they got to give you that green light, and it can't just be they. It's always that one person that everybody fears in the hood that they sit there and say, leave him alone, he good. Anything happens to him, something happens to you. Now, when you got people in their community threatening people from their community because there's somebody who fuck with you and they go leave him alone, you know it's real. So what people gonna do? Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Axe said to leave him alone. D Free said to leave him alone. If anything happened to that dude, we gonna have a problem.
You just better hope that dude is around that day. Because if this the day he decided to go.
No, but this is the thing. I'm not talking about on the regular. I'm talking about for that moment. Now, whatever happens, I'm talking about for that moment. If that dude, if you there and you doing something and that dude is there and that dude say, hey, leave him alone, don't fuck with him, cool. But you ain't got no reason being in that neighborhood anyway. Yeah, if you ain't there to do business, you ain't got no business being there. So whatever happened to you is your fault.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. DC is a little bit different. I don't think anybody got pulled like that since the early 90s when Rayford Edmonds and Wayne Perry got locked up. Once they got locked up, I don't think nobody got pulled like that. I mean, you might have some dudes that might be. I mean, you might have a dude that these set of dudes respect, but the set of dudes across the street don't respect him. So if these dudes might leave you alone,
listen, D3,
but them dudes
I totally get what you're saying, because nobody out there is trying to be something that they not, which means is you ain't trying to act like you got pulled when you ain't got it, because you got a whole bunch of dudes in one city that don't give a fuck about these dudes across the street. They don't give a damn about who your mama is, who your grandmother is, who your family is. If you get caught lacking, that's it.
Like if I tell anybody, they say, "Hey, can I come to your hood?" I'm like, "Nah, you can't come to my hood, but I can give you a spot where you can go, because you come to my hood. I'm not responsible for what happened."
Yeah, I'm not responsible for you. And then, you ain't tell me dudes in your hood was reckless. Dudes in every hood in America is reckless. Ain't no such thing as, ain't no reckless dudes in the hood, especially when you going up in the P's. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
That's a recipe for disaster.
I know my daggone neighborhood. They're a little.
It's like when you go to High Bridge. Now, High Bridge has its moments. High Bridge fights towards each other, so they really don't give a damn about the outsider. They fight towards each other. But you better believe when it's time to go to war and they all have to come together, oh, that's your ass, boy. That's your ass.
Like 100,000.
I keep telling people,
like 100,000 dudes from one building.
I swear to God, I've sat outside of High Bridge with my wife, because I'll go, and I haven't visited in probably since last year, since the day Shakur's fight last year was the last time I've been there. But I go and I used to see certain stuff, and I used to be like, but they 2 buildings down from each other. Now make this shit make sense.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now, next thing you know, the grandmas is outside fighting, the grandfathers is outside fighting, the baby mamas, the boyfriends, the niggas that just came home. I'm like, yo, what? Wait a minute. What are we doing right now?
Yeah, I tell people all the time, DC is different from any other hood you go to. Now, every city got their own hood, but DC is just a little bit different. Like things that you think is the normal code in the hood, you got these little YNs out here that they like, man, we don't care about that. I'm like, dog, y'all ain't supposed to do. Man, we don't care nothing about that. We're gonna do what we want to do, and if you don't like it, you're gonna get done right along with them. These dudes that look different, they different. I'm like, they don't got no respect for nobody. That's why I tell them. I said, no, I'm not telling you to come to my hood. I tell you a hood you can go to, because I know around my old neighborhood, them dudes is different. They different.
Well, every neighborhood in every part of America, East Coast, West Coast, they got where if you get caught lacking, that's your ass. You don't have to be from that city to know the rules. Everybody know that. If you get caught on this side of town, doesn't matter if you're from here or not, they can tell when you're from here and when you're not. A New York dude could tell another New York dude. A DC dude could tell another DC dude. You understand? And if we fight amongst each other, what do you think we're gonna do to you? What do you think we're gonna do to you? And if you come from enemy's territory, that makes it worse. It shouldn't be like that. Hey, we don't make the rules. That's just how it is.
I remember I pulled up on a block right around the corner from Howard University, and right behind Howard University, it's a hood. Like you wouldn't think that it's the hood right there, but it's literally the hood. You would think that that's like a dormitory for the college kid. No, that's the hood. It might look like college dorms, but that's not college dorms. Don't go over there. That's the hood. So I went over there because I had to drop something off, and I pulled up, and the dude reached for his waistband, so he couldn't see me because my car, all the windows on my car is tinted and it's 5% tint, so you can't see in my car at all. Yeah. I don't care if you shine a light on it or whatever, you can't see in my car. So dude grabbed his waistband. I know what he was grabbing. I had mine already on me because I had just got off duty, so I already had mine on me. So I was like, should I do this? I said, nah, because it's gonna spark something that I don't need it to spark. So what I did was I just turned my lights on. I flashed my lights, and dude was like, "Oh shit, that's 12s right there. That's 12 right there." He was like, "Oh shit." So dude got up. He was like, "My bad." I was like, "Nah, you good, dog." I said, "I'm just going to drop something off. I just want to let you know that it ain't what you think it is." He was like, "Nah, I appreciate it." He said, he said, "You never know, dudes got tinted windows. I just want to stay on God." I'm like, "You all good with me, as long as you don't pull out on me." And I said, "You pull out on me, it's gonna be this whole neighborhood about to be locked down." Well, these dudes are different. They don't care. They be outside standing on the block with they joint on them on a regular basis, and it'll be the ones that you don't think that got it, like the little 14-year-old, 13-year-old kids. They be the ones that be having it.
Hmm.
Yeah, but these dudes different.
Sorry, y'all. I was talking to one of the coaches. It's crazy. I'm walking. I just seen one of the coaches, one of the boxing coaches. I just seen him. I thought he was going in the gym. He's just coming from the gym just now. Ain't nothing but coaches where I live at. It's crazy. We got like 15, 20 of them out this motherfucker. Yeah, but you gotta be careful when you're moving around. You gotta be careful when you're moving around, man. It's just that simple, man. That's why I tell y'all all the time. I pick and choose where I want to go, where I want to hang at, who I want to hang around. Just cause you black and you look like me, that don't mean you qualified to be around.
Yeah, I don't hang
Because I
around
always know
nobody.
there's a snake in the grass, and there's always somebody waiting to catch a jukes, somebody waiting to do something. If you too friendly, they think that you soft now. We can take advantage of this dude. I'm not with none of that sucker shit. So I'm very like I'm not gonna lie. I'm very iffy with people, man. I'm very iffy about where I go hang. Even when it come to me going to my own hood, I'm there for a certain amount of time, and after that, I'm looking at my wife like, it's time to go. I don't give a shit how much fun you have, and I'm glad you have fun. We're gonna have month for when we get home. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't hang around nobody at all.
Because I know it's about to happen. Because you know what? When things look too good for too long, and you like, oh my God, today's a great day, and I can't believe how nice it is. That means some shit is about to pop off eventually.
Yeah,
Something's about to happen.
Unfortunately.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not about you thinking negative. Oh, you always thinking negative. You don't have to think negative when negative is already here. You just being aware. So when you start saying that type of stuff, the first thing people want to say is you thinking negative. How am I thinking negative? I'm telling you what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and announce it. Oh, let me leave the block before they start shooting. No, I'm not gonna sit there and announce that.
Y'all ever had a retard moment? Y'all ever had a retard moment? I'm sitting here on my phone going through videos and went to go look for my phone.
Yeah.
I'm literally on my phone, looking at my phone, and I'm sitting here looking for my phone. Retard moment.
You need to get some sleep, D-Free.
Yeah, D4, you definitely need to get some sleep. It's been a long day, man. Matter of fact, everybody in the house sleep. You should be taking advantage of getting some sleep. Because aren't you going on tonight?
Actually, I just woke up right before I came on here. I just woke up.
You took you a nap already.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you're gonna be up for the rest of the night then.
For the most part, I'm looking at these daggone bulletproof vests. I'm trying to find me a new one.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here he go, act. Ready to go act up.
I like this one. This one right here look nice. I like that. Look at this joint. Oh yeah, look at that bulletproof vest.
You actually be wearing them joints?
Yeah, you ain't seen my vest. You never saw my vest.
I think I seen it one time with you sitting in the car. Yeah,
I've seen it. I've seen it a few times.
Yeah, I seen them when you sitting in the car. I seen it.
Yeah, that joint is about 35, 40 pounds.
Oh wow.
I like this shirt right here. That's why I'm about to get this daggone shirt. They got Velcro on the sides.
That's crazy.
No, it don't. Sorry, son of a bitch. I need something with Velcro. I can put my patches on it. Uh, I need to. I was supposed. I had got up because I was supposed to shave and get my face together, but I don't feel like it now. I'm about to grade go on in about an hour. I don't
That's
feel
what I
like it
said. I
now.
knew y'all was going back. Y'all was going on tonight.
Yeah, we go live in about an hour.
What you gonna talk about?
I don't know. I didn't see. Matter of fact, what are we talking about today? Because I didn't see anything. Normally he'll send me the thumbnail of what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah, make these announcements. Welcome to my channel, Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grind, one of the best kept secrets on social media, best in business. This is the Underrated Boxing Talk number 96 with Brother A, Brother D Free, Brother Clarence McClain, better known as Brother Rose
Yeah.
Biz. And we getting it done over here. We getting it done over here.
Yeah.
You know, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like.
Smash that like button with your stingy asses.
And share this motherfucker out.
It don't cost you nothing to smash the like button. Go ahead and smash it.
Yeah, smash that shit.
You heard?
No, underrated. I see you. I see you.
Give me what?
You had a little burrito bowl going on over there.
Yeah, get some more. I'm sold again.
My
Yeah.
son underrated. My son underrated getting it in. Yes, underrated. Yes, sir.
Underrated, you've been on this daggone live stream just a little bit too long. It's time for you to get up off here.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get off too. I gotta get off too because I'm almost at my destination.
no,
So
that's all
yeah.
right. Make your last remarks then. Yeah.
My last remarks is I don't like D Free. He's not invited to my gathering. Act, you could replace him. And thank you for having me, underrated.
The thing about that, Clarence, is nobody replaced me. Nobody replaced me, and there's no. Unfortunately, I already know where you're gonna have it at, so you can't stop me.
Yeah, word.
Nah, I love y'all,
I
man. Appreciate you for having me, underrated. Yo, Act,
Anytime.
Act, you got me on the gram. Holla at me in the
I
DM, man.
Yeah, I
I
can't
just
get into
bust
my
up in the
gram account.
motherfucker.
That's why I was trying to get your email in the private chat.
Oh, okay. All right, I
That's
got you.
why I
Say
did
less.
that. That's why I did that.
All right, say less. I got you then. I'll get you.
I'm gonna just bust up in the motherfucker. They're gonna have to shoot me saying that shit.
I
The
got you right now, Act.
upper room when Jesus come. I bust right up in the motherfuckers. They're gonna have to shoot me singing that shit.
All right, D Free. Last remarks, and after that, Brother A, last remarks. Everybody stay, and I make my last remarks. We out.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. But yeah, I appreciate you having me up. If
Go
y'all
Act. Go
haven't
check now.
if y'all haven't
I
checked
got
out
you.
my
Go
video,
ahead.
check out my video, Alicia Bongana, Derek James, MVP. But I will be going live on BBO Boxing tonight at 7:30, which is about 50 minutes from now. I appreciate you having me up
7:30.
here under ready. Yeah, 7:30.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All
All
right,
right.
y'all. Y'all be safe.
All right, do
All right,
say
then.
thank you, D Free.
All right. Peace out. Peace out.
All right, Brother A. Last remarks,
Yeah,
please.
bro, man. Appreciate you like always, man.
I can't hear you, Brother A.
You can hear me? Could you hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, man. Appreciate you like always, bro. Always a pleasure coming on here with you. Uh, make sure if y'all haven't, go subscribe to the Jab Jamboree when y'all get a chance,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure y'all also come over here and support my brother, the underrated darkness, aka the number one grinder. You know, that's my dude right there. I've been rocking out with him for a minute, and Always love and support, man. I come on Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
and I also come on Sundays on my other channel. That's where we talk about a bunch of other things on my other channel.
What's your
Not
other
really
channel
like
again?
more we get into it's called Comic Cons. We talk about
You
old
gotta
school
send me a link to
comics.
that.
We talk about movies. We talk about dream matchups like Predator versus Rambo, stuff like that. What would happen? You know, a bunch of different things. It's more of one of those unwinding channels where there don't be no trolls, and if you just want to have a good time, you know, it's always love over there. So with that being said, man, salute to Underrated Darkness, salute to the Underrated family, salute to the whole New York City.
That's right.
And make sure y'all holding
Yo.
down y'all hometown heroes like me, McLean, and the number one grinder. I'm out.
Yeah, man. Y'all keep me talking New York City, I'm gonna smack y'all, man. From now on, man. I see you in the street. Don't you better say New York is the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna smack y'all, man. I'm letting you right now. And I know mad parts I can bury y'all. Trust and believe. All right. Don't let this OG fool y'all. Don't let this OG. I just mess with you. But thank you, brother Act. I really appreciate that. And thanks for everybody in the chat to rock it with us. I very much appreciate this. One of the longest times we stay on the Underrated Boxing Talk in a long time. It's gonna be more coming, but I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna be more coming. And we're gonna see that, brother. And also please support my brother Act, man, the Jan Marie and his other channel. Yo, I've been like him, I've been rocking this brother for a minute, for years. He's part of the family. So let's support that. He gets the real, you know what I mean? And yo, I want to say, if you want the real, you gotta support the real. Just for gays, BS out here ain't no good. Support the real. We bringing the real. You know, support Brother D Free. They're gonna be coming on at 7:35. Oh, you got Brother McLean. He be back on tomorrow morning, I believe, 7:30. And for me, you know, I'm just, you know, I get on when I get on. I get on and get on. I'm trying to fit in the best way I can. I just want to be in the background, just support others. But don't worry, you know, I'll be bringing some stuff out here. You know, oh yeah, the underrated I said the underrated true life stories that will be coming up soon. The series New York, that's gonna come up soon. So watch out for that. You're gonna see Brother Ack on it. You're gonna see Brother McClay on it. I'm trying to get a few other people going. We're gonna talk about New York how it is, you know, how we raised and all that. Because I think that a lot of people fail to understand it. But we don't. But check it out. But we bringing the real. On behalf of my channel, Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the number one grinder, one of the best kept secrets on social media, the best of the business. Better believe that I am the best of the business. And thanks for everybody in the chat for supporting me. Have a great night when you're traveling. Please be safe because the crazies is out there. They don't care about your life, my life, your family, my life, my family life, your family life. They don't care. So protect yourself and to protect yourself wherever you can. Be good to each other. This one is Ghost. Peace.